Good evening, gentlemen. This is Sir Yeetus, and welcome to episode 108 of Sir Yeetus' Thoughts. I wanted to make this live stream today, and I know it's been a minute since I made a live stream, probably a couple days, few days, because I've noticed now more than ever, probably because of inflation, of how many women are trying to infiltrate the manosphere. And what I mean by that is they themselves are trying to create the red pill, MGTOW, whatever content. But here's the difference. They are obviously grifting to the core. I mean, they're trying to be Roma Army 2.0. I mean, that bad. It is getting very desperate out here for a lot of women. Very desperate. See, it's hilarious how all this talk about, oh, men are obsolete, men ain't shit, men ain't that, go to war and die, that's all your men are good for, blah, blah, blah. And eventually, a lot of men like us, you're like, okay, you say that you don't need men, you don't want men are obsolete. We're just gonna go ahead and do our own thing and talk amongst ourselves about male issues. We're gonna talk to people that actually gives a damn about what men are going through. As soon as the 2020 situation hit, as soon as the Ukraine war hit, as soon as the inflation thing hit, I've seen a skyrocket number of women grifting to the T amongst the manosphere, seeking simps. They're the simp hunters to get any type of income, as long as they're able to be a chameleon and say, oh, come on, guys. Just because I'm a female doesn't mean I can't be Redpilled. Come on. Don't look at my tatas. Come on. I know my tatas are out here, but I'm Redpilled like you guys. I need a sugar daddy. Come on. Donate some money, please. I've seen a huge increase of that. And I'm like, holy fuck. I'm not surprised, but I'm surprised as well on how many men fall for it. That's why I did a poll. I did that poll. And let me check it out right quick. Do you believe that women can truly be red pill? My answer, fuck no. And I'll explain it a bit. Because like, you really believe that the modern women today, the Western women today, truly can comprehend what men are going through? Can she truly comprehend and come up with any type of solutions of what men can do in order to improve their own lives? No, because they've never been through any type of adversity in the first place. No, no, not at all. And Nixon Talks, he definitely knows who I'm talking about because I talked to him yesterday about it. The audacity of these Western females putting hashtag red pill, MGTOW, whatever it is, in their title. But when I went to go check them out for a bit, I'm like, okay, let me see what they have to say. 98% of what they were talking about, especially with the call-ins, has nothing to do with helping out men, with helping out the traditional values, relationships, all that stuff. Nothing. It is Rambo, mumbo jumbo bullshit. And then they're going to turn around and say, make sure you donate. You gullible fucking simps. This is why I hate simps more than feminists. I hate simps. I despise simps. Because they don't fucking get it. They don't. They're the one that's fueling this type of entitlement that these women can just waltz on in just because they got a couple of perky tits and all that crazy stuff, and they look kind of decent, 6 or 7. They can just waltz into our realm. Say, I'm Red Pill too, guys, but here's a bunch of my stuff. Go ahead and donate. There's literally channels of women that proclaims to be Red Pill or within the manosphere saying in their title, donate. And these simps donate. What the fuck? And then they have the audacity to say that they're the oppressed ones. They have the audacity to say that they're the ones that are having a harder time in life. You see the hypocrisy, you see the double standards, you see all that other crazy shit. Really? Really? And then, of course, other women and other male feminists and all that stuff, they're going to fuel their delusions. Like, oh, you're so oppressed, you're so this, you're so that. Women in the United States are the most privileged group of people in the history of fucking humanity. I repeat, women in the United States are the most privileged group of people in the history of humanity. Change my fucking mind. Please. I hope I get a hater on here today, because I got plenty to say. Plenty. We got these okay, decent looking females coming up into our realm, right? The only realm where men can actually talk about real issues, whether it's current events, world events, male issues. And they just talk about some mumbo bumbo fucking Kim Kardashian bullshit. And then have the audacity to say, oh, come donate, please, please. I need a sugar daddy. Come on, come donate. Come on, donate to me. I hate simps with a passion, gentlemen. I don't give a fuck. I hate simps. But before we begin with our conversation, because you guys pretty much already know who's going to be coming on first, if you guys want to support your boy, Sir Yeetus, or the Warband, you can go ahead and click on the two links on top of the chat and donate to paypal.me/SirYeetus or Cash App Sir Yeetus, or go ahead and do a super chat if you have any questions, or go ahead and do a super thanks. I didn't even know that even existed. If you decide to donate, all donations are completely appreciated. Definitely appreciated. Because you already know I have an addiction to art, and I need more art for my character. If you don't want to donate, that's fine. At least listen to my words, so you're able to spread that knowledge to other men that are misguided in this gynocentric society. All right. I'm going to invite somebody on, and you already know who it is. The one, the only. Gray, what's going on, Gray?
Evening, Warband. Oh, we're going to go
life
deep
for you
on this
today?
one.
How's life?
A bit rougher than usual. Got a couple personal things I got to sort out over the weekend, but hey, honestly, could be way worse. So, can't complain too much.
Yeah, you could be attacked by a liger.
I could have a wife to come home to nagging the shit out of me.
That's even worse, in my opinion.
At least the liger attacks over one way or the other pretty fast.
There's ligers in Canada? What? I'll be so bamboozled if I got attacked by a fucking liger.
Describe the animal that hit you. It had a mane and stripes. I don't know what it was.
But before we begin, let me read through the comments right quick, because I know we're about to go in deep on this one. A France, if she isn't serious fighting for divorce laws, child custody laws, domestic violence laws, and false accusation laws to be made fair to men, I don't want to hear anything from her. I 1,000,000,000% agree. Do you agree? I agree, because in my opinion, you claim that you're for men, you're for this, you're for that, but you're very silent on things that truly hurt men to his core.
Yes. Now that's the thing. I separate being red-pilled from advocating for men.
I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. But when it comes to these type of situations, why would she speak out, Francis? I am not saying that you're wrong, but why would she speak about something? Why would she speak against something that she has a clear advantage to?
Not even that. There's really no benefit to her for doing that. Not only
Exactly.
if like that's the let's assume she succeeds. I mean, maybe there's like benefit in the long run, especially if she's committed to a strong man. She's solidifying his position, assuming success. But in the process to that success, there will be so much social ostracizing. It'll cut out basically her entire support network, making her dependent on a man.
Yep. And with her recent indoctrination, in my opinion, of being a feminist, because I believe 99% of women in the West are indoctrinated, they're not going to let that happen. But
The straight up peer pressure beyond that.
yeah, hive mind mentality. Brad, virtually no one listens to men anymore. Even men side with those trashy emotional thoughts. I also agree 1,000,000%. But I wanted to say men. I would say those male feminists, those soy boys, those simps.
Yeah, and I'll say that's the real issue because like all men have to do to have power in most situations is just say no to a woman.
Yep, and she freaks the fuck out. It happened to me personally. Simps are a huge problem, no doubt about it. It enables the trash to keep being trash. Son husbandry enabling trash. That's something that I need to talk about as well. We never touched on that yet. I spoke on it, but we haven't truly touched on that yet. Expect that to be on another live stream, or we'll talk about it later on. Mr. Bang Your Mom, most people usually don't get red pilled until they get stepped on, dookied on, and mistreated to the point where they get a dose of reality in the form of a red pill. That's what happened to me. And that's what happened to a lot of men out there. Not all men. All men, they tend to able to look at other men's issues and able to learn from it. The wise men. They'll be able to like, I don't want to go through that.
Well, that's the thing. The stronger the let's say initial neural pattern, basically the stronger your conditioning, the more pain is required to break the conditioning.
Right.
Because I'm convinced, and I wish I knew a neurologist to really go in on this, but I'm convinced that pain releases a chemical that allows for neural pathways to be broken and reformed. That's a huge part of why there's such an emphasis on dopamine and avoiding pain in society, because it stops people from changing their minds.
I agree with that one. Is that theory or is that fact?
A complete theory. Like, I wouldn't even call it a theory because I have no evidence to back it up. It's a hypothesis at best.
It makes sense to me. But hey, Francis, every time a female appears in the mainstream comments, ask her if she is fighting for the divorce laws, child custody laws, domestic laws, false accusation laws. Yeah, they're not doing that. They're not doing that. They're willing to speak for men, but they're not willing to speak against those type of situations that she could benefit from in the future if need be. I have not once met a woman.
It's very much armchair advocacy. Like you see the same thing in a lot of this social media stuff where like they'll like give a like on Facebook or like share something to their friend group or even just put a supportive comment down, and they think that that's advocating. They think that that's the equivalent of, oh hey, I did something.
Well, when you put it that way, you're not wrong. You're completely correct. But Brad, I got to Redpilled after watching some close friends getting reamed. I haven't had any bad relationships apart from with my mother. So are you saying you had a bad relationship with your mother?
I imagine most guys have at the very least complex relationships with their mother.
Yeah. Once you reach that teenage years and older, definitely. Because whether you're blue pill or red pill, whatever it is, you can sense the bullshit that your mom tends to put on you at times.
You know, yeah, like that's the thing. Like when you get to the age to start asking questions, and you start asking questions, and you learn that you're not supposed to ask questions. Like
Right.
you might like the difference is whether you think that this is between you and your mother, whether it's between parents and children, or whether it's something inherent to females. Like that's the varying degrees of understanding.
Well, Brad, my state just passed cohesion control laws, meaning you can't tell a woman what to wear, can't tell a woman who to date. That's to target fathers, not necessarily partners. Holy fuck.
It definitely works for both, but of course the government wants to remove the father from the household any way they can.
I do not want to live in your state.
Well, the bed's California.
Most likely. Infinity Serpent. The reality of the dating market is that all femmes are not good for men as a whole because they believe the false narrative that they don't need a man. They don't learn until it's too late. They really don't. I say give it 15 to 20 years. There's going to be a mass exodus of single women trying their best to convince men of value, or any men at that point, that they're worth being wifed up. Ooh,
Heck! Actually, did you? I think you might have seen Ribby's more recent post where female dating strategies effectively went private to members only.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
They finally realized that they've been fucking exposing themselves and they're being fucking put on blast.
Oh, you got something for you. I'm not talking about armchair advocacy. I can't even say that word right now.
No, I agree. I agree that armchair advocacy is insufficient, but that is what we can. That's what we can expect from most of them.
My bad, yo. I'm getting lost in the sauce. But when it comes to that situation, I agree with A. France. Until I see some mass protests in front of these courts, I will not believe a single fucking word these women have to say. No matter how much you want to say, oh, yeah, I'm for men or this, men or that. See, until there's some serious changes, until you are seriously trying to protest against the very laws that destroys men in the first place, your words mean nothing to me because you can easily switch up the next day and use those laws against me.
And that's the real thing. Like you can be like a good wife and mother to your kids for a decade plus. You can still completely undo that in a heartbeat, and nothing has changed about that statement. So you've got to be willing to risk being socially ostracized for that to happen for us to give you any fucking credibility. Like by that metric, I'd actually give Cassie J some credibility because she did actually face a bunch of ostracizing for daring to just like point out that, hey, these men are getting absolutely blasted and they're not the evil demons the feminists make them out to be. If you ain't at least willing to go as far as Cassie J, then yeah, you're kind of coming up short there.
I see what you're saying, man. Can you read Mr. Pliskin's stuff? I'll be right back.
Let's see. So yeah, Mr. Pliskin. Women are supposed to control, handle other women, and they aren't doing their job. Men put other men in their place because we have to be accountable for our actions. I think, that's definitely a good argument. I would say that in terms of who has more social power over women, is it men or women? I would agree that women have more social power over women. However, then it becomes kind of a catch-22. Because if women have that in-group preference, men have the out-group preference. So, So, all right, so I guess, yeah, I'll read all the quotes. Women are supposed to control, handle other women, and they aren't doing their job. Men put other men in their place because we have to be accountable to our actions. But there's a billion more simple to deal with. that makes it next to impossible. Yeah, there's a billion more simps to deal with. That makes it next to impossible.
Mr. Banging Mom, Gray, what would it take to get you to give the single mom? When it comes to me, hell has to freeze over. What do you have to say, Gray?
$5 million.
Hell no, for me, hell has to freeze over. Ain't no fucking way I'm gonna be responsible for another dude's nut. Ain't no way.
$5 million, like that set me up for a long fucking time and open up a shit ton of options.
Do you know how much crazy shit that can happen to you, especially if she has daughters? All that money would not matter at the end.
Yeah, well, hitmen are cheap, so.
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ.
We can do a lot with $5 million and no fucking conscience. So
I see what you're saying. I see what you're talking about.
Like fucking like gun to my head answers. Like, what's it take? It takes $5 million fucking dollars. That's my price.
But Saturn, like being a lawyer that will be on the side of a man in divorce, defense or family, and trying to use female lawyer privilege to get the case in a man's favor. I'm assuming that's an analogy, or are you trying to do a comparison?
I guess like you could point out, like, are there females who we could say are allies to men? And I would definitely say that, look, if
99% of them, no.
You know, let me put it this way, though. If you are a lawyer and you are a female and you are representing a man in divorce court, it is not noble for you to support that man. It's your fucking job.
Yeah. But even then, she knows there's going to be a lost cause, especially in divorce and family courts. She's going to do her thing. Don't get me wrong, but you know the percentage of men losing in these courts.
Oh, absolutely. However, like, female judges are actually less. That's the thing. It really depends. If you have a female judge who isn't a fucking card-carrying feminist, she will understand the wife's manipulative bullshit, which a male judge will fall for out of a misguided sense of chivalry.
And that's the unfortunate part. How many percentage of judges are actually not going to automatically take the side of the woman?
So that's the thing. If you get a female lawyer and a female judge in family court and they're not card-carrying feminists, you probably have a better option of getting fair treatment than with a male judge. It's for the same reason that women prefer male bosses over female bosses, because they can flex their female privilege against a male boss. They can't do that against a woman because a woman sees through their manipulation and bullshit.
I agree 1,000,000% on what you said. It's a lot easier to use your charms, especially if you're a young, attractive woman.
Oh, fuck. Charm notwithstanding, it's just the fucking whining bullshit that women will see through.
But especially if that woman is young and attractive. That is the big key. If she gives off enough signals to a point where the CEO, he, like, you know what, I may or may not have a chance, he would do whatever it takes. He's a simp though, but he would do whatever it takes to get on her good side.
Yeah. So honestly, it's a mixed bag, but I do see where Saturn's coming from here.
Let me read this right quick. Dragon Slayer Mar or Mare. Is it Mare? All right, whatever. Yo, Yeetus and crew. I've heard this quote on Redpilled forums. Manosphere comments, incel talks, hell. Even saw it on a bathroom wall once. Men want partners, women want slaves. Do you believe this? Yes. What do you have to say about that, Gray?
Yeah, short answer, yes. Because that's the thing. Like, when men are looking for a woman, they're looking for someone to build a life with. When women are looking for a man, they're looking for someone to build their life for them. They're not looking to contribute. Their life. They're not looking for a man to contribute. Like, on an equal playing field. They're looking for someone that can just give them one-way benefits.
She wants to live a life of leisure.
And and it's okay for her to want that, but it's up to the man to enforce such a thing and to make sure that his needs are met as well. But between the symmetry of men and the motivation of the powers that be, yeah, that does not happen.
Do you know what's crazy? We didn't even get to the topic yet. Wait, hold on, give me a second. Fortune, my arrow. Infinity Serpent judges are supposed to uphold the law and be a neutral party. Unfortunately, in the modern era, we have simp judges and feminist judges fudging the system. Yeah, it's nothing new. It's been happening for at least 70, 80 years. It's been happening for a while, a long time. All right, that's pretty much it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, once again, before we start this topic, if you want to support your boy, Sir Yeetus, I pinned the link on top of the chat. And you can donate to PayPal.me/Sir Yeetus, Cash App/Sir Yeetus. Hell, you can do a super chat and you can do a super thanks. Once again, I did not know that existed until recently. Whatever you want to do, all donations are definitely appreciated. Thank you. And if you don't want to donate, that's fine. Just listen to my word so be able to pass on the message if you agree with it. All right, great. Here's the question for today. Can women be truly red-pilled?
I'm going to say it depends on what the definition of red-pilled is. Because having red pill knowledge, understanding female nature, well, I'd say that women do understand their own nature. They understand what they want. Whether they can be honest about it or not is a different matter.
How so? Can you repeat and be specific about whether they know or not?
So, a woman probably knows that she is only with a man because he has a lot of money and gives her a luxurious lifestyle. But if he was a broke bum, then she wouldn't be with him. Likewise, she can also know that she's only with this guy and putting up with his bullshit because he's hot. And she does not care about any other aspect of his life. She can understand and recognize that probably. Whether she'll admit it to herself is another matter.
Okay. See, when it comes to the red pill, and you already know, I'm just saying it for the chat. Red pill, in its essence, is pretty much accepting reality for what it is, like accepting the truth for what it is. Okay. Hardcore feminists are asleep. Hardcore simps are asleep. If you're willing to take this quote-unquote red pill, you cannot turn back. You can't go back on what it truly is. See, but here's the difference, right? Modern women, or women in general, I won't say modern, they know since they're very young that they can get what they want just by existing, especially if they're attractive. So I definitely agree with Gray on that one. When it comes to, it's either they already know their nature and they're just taking advantage of it, or they're just oblivious to it, probably because they're just not as attractive. What do you have to say about that, Gray?
Well, it's possible that they can be in denial and genuinely believe, or even genuinely believe that their shit doesn't stink and they're just that, like they're just that special. I mean, we certainly see some aspect of that where a woman appears to be completely delusional in the sense that how can you possibly deny me? I'm me. I'm perfect. I'm like all that in a bag of chips. And so they might even have a kind of red pill rage moment when they finally realize, holy shit, do people only like me because I'm hot and I'm not actually a wonderful, interesting person like they've been telling me?
But are they truly upset about that?
I think it's definitely a hit to their
wouldn't say
ego.
that.
I think it's a hit to the ego, for sure.
Okay, I agree. I agree with that one.
Like, definitely a bruised ego probably goes a long way to why they wouldn't want to accept that, and that may even feed into like feminism in a certain way, because by destroying their beauty, by making themselves as hideous and unattractive by every metric as possible, they can therefore eliminate that factor from their lives and be like, if people like me now when I'm a hideous troglodyte who is completely undesirable, then it must be because of my wonderful self and not because I am being attractive to them. I'm not subscribing to their patriarchal standards. I am just being me, and the me I've chosen to be is utterly repulsive. It'd be like kind of like the equivalent of a man getting really fucking fat and lazy and broke to see whether or not a woman actually likes him for him, or whether she just likes him because he's attractive and rich.
Well, when it comes to that situation, it really annoys the fuck out of me when women say they wear certain clothes or they put on a bunch of makeup solely for themselves. I'm like, that doesn't make any sense at all. Your logic is flawed.
Well, okay, no, hear me out. Yeah, they're doing it for themselves, as in their reputations and their egos.
Exactly. They don't want to admit outright that they're just doing it for male attention. I agree.
Yeah, because they absolutely do not dress up to the fucking nines to sit on their own couch and eat some Ben and Jerry's. No, they only dress to the fucking nines when they're going out in public.
Did you see that one video? I should be able to look it up, where women were wearing nightclub clothing in single-digit weather. They were literally walking through the snow with literally their butts hanging out of their fucking dress.
Oh yeah,
it was on the news.
Yeah, I don't even need to see it on the news. I fucking seen that IRL.
I'm like, why are you doing that? I'm doing it for me.
Like, bitch, it is fucking snowing out, and you're walking to high school with so many rips in your jeans. You may as well be wearing shorts.
Like, why are you trying to act like you're doing this out of confidence? Bitch, nobody's out here. Nobody's out here.
Fucking wearing like tight ass, shitty ass clothes. Like, bitch, you ain't confident. You're insecure. That's why you have to show off so much skin, because you know that's the only thing you got going for you.
That's it. Your personality is boring. You probably are tens of thousands or worse in debt. Your apartment is a fucking mess. The only thing that you can do to even get a man of value's attention is your fucking body. That's why you wear those skimping clothing. That's why you put on 10 pounds of fucking makeup. Get the fuck out of here.
Well, and the sad thing is, beyond just that's the only thing they can do, it's also that's the easiest thing that there has been for them. So it's like they never bothered to hone any other skills because that was the easiest. Like, they took the quick and easy route to getting what made them feel good, and then they don't have anything else to fall back on when they inevitably start to lose those. So they just keep doubling down to out extreme.
See, and I'm gonna answer this one right quick. Dragon Slayer, what's going on, man? Back again. Yo, Yeetus. Sci-fi novel concept. If all women went blind for the rest of human existence, do you think we would have the same sexist bullshit from them if they were unable to judge our looks? No, but there will be a hypergamy on what you can do for them.
I would say yes, we'd still have it, because if they couldn't,
they can't really.
If they couldn't operate visually, they'd operate by some other metric. We'd probably have, like, the alpha Chad would be probably like the guy with the deeper voice then, and like
okay, that is one thing.
There still might be like touch and physical sensation as well. So, like, musculature and definition would probably play in a much larger factor than.
Well, doesn't that help? When I was just saying, when it comes to, there will be a hypergamy when it comes to what can you do for them that they can't even see you physically.
Honestly, I think that being blind would cause so many other problems that there'd probably be less hypergamy. Well, they'd be fucking disabled, dude.
No, what I'm saying is that rolls into what I'm saying when it comes to the hypergamy. They can't see you anymore. So the sole thing that they're going to be focusing on is what can you do for them.
But that's the thing. But I think that you'd find guys of more varying genetic quality would be able to provide for a blind woman, because she'd be incapable of doing so much on her own. So I think you'd see actually less hypergamy, because you'd be able to provide what she needs, and it'd be also so much more annoying that Chad probably wouldn't put up.
Do you really believe she'll be content, though? That's the big thing. She won't be content.
I don't think she'd be any less. Okay, are they ever really content for one?
Never. That's what I'm saying.
As soon as they're fucking content with anything, they immediately look for ways to fucking ruin that shit and get something else. So I don't, at the very least, I don't think you'd see it get any worse.
Here, I'm gonna read this right quick. We'll go back to the hypothetical, because that's a good one. That's a good one. Thank you for that comment, Dragon Slayer. Brad, women get done up to make other women jealous. I agree. Has nothing to do with attracting men. Well,
no, that's the thing.
50-50.
Attracting men is part of the making other women jealous.
Exactly. Tracksuit pants and no makeup will still attract men. Yeah. If you, as a woman, if you have the physical features to the point where you don't need makeup. Okay. No, I said wrong. In general, and if any woman is listening, listen closely. Men are definitely way more attracted to women in their natural state.
Okay,
Stop
honestly,
fucking no. I'm serious. I'm talking about in general.
No, I have very general. I have a very general thing that every guy. Here's the thing. This is 100% what every guy will find attractive on a woman. His t-shirt, no pants.
You're not wrong. Okay. Yeah, you're not wrong about that one. But in all seriousness, putting 10 pounds of fucking makeup on your face, that is straight up unattractive. That is unattractive as fuck. Especially when you go to the club with 10 pounds of makeup, the next day you look like a troll that's protected a bridge and you're asking for a toll. Okay. We like to see you for what it really is. And if you do wear makeup, light makeup is good enough. As long as you're feminine, not a bitch.
Actually, you know what? I'll actually give a bit of the reason for that much makeup is the same thing, is the same reason why there's over-exaggerated makeup put on theater actors. It is to emphasize the stuff from a distance. Right. So makeup, more so than just like making you attractive close up, it basically gives a buff to the AoE of your visual stimulation. A woman in makeup is trying to look good from a further distance, which, yeah, basically that's why you'd be called a woman of the night for wearing exaggerated makeup, because who but a woman trying to score a client from a long distance away would wear the kind of makeup that would be noticed from a long distance away?
Hell, and a lot of these women, they look like they got mowed down by a paintball gun.
Precisely, but that's the thing. They're trying to like get as wide an AoE as possible. Yeah, they look fucking horrible up close, but they're not trying to be intimate with the person within a couple feet of them. They're trying to be intimate with the person like across the fucking room from them. They're trying to be intimate with someone. Like, they're trying to be intimate with everyone who can see them anywhere in the building or across the street at once. And that's why like they're not really suitable for a single partner, because they're trying to be with literally everyone around them at the same time.
But at
like if you're going to put makeup on, like it should be for the person who's, you know, within 5 feet of you, and that's about it.
But at the same time, they're just trying to pick the best possible choice at the moment.
And that's why
they're trying to attract everybody, but they're only going to solely focus on that the best possible choice.
Yeah, those things, but like they're trying to cast the widest net possible in order to get that, rather than honing in on a specific one. I think that also would betray a lack of confidence as well, because if you're truly confident, you know you don't need a shit ton of makeup to attract absolutely every dude in the club. You should know that you're good enough, that you just need to find the one, and if you focus on that one, then you'll get them. If you're wearing enough makeup to attract every guy in the club, it means that you know you're not going to get your first pick, and so you need to keep your options open.
I got something to ask the chat. Everybody in the chat right now. Everybody. Because I already know my answer. Do you like a woman that wears no to little makeup, or do you like a woman that wears a good amount of makeup? Press 1 if you like a woman that has no to little makeup, or press 2 if you like a woman that has a lot of makeup. Because in my opinion, I'm the most attracted to a woman if she has little to no makeup. It's just, I don't know how to explain it. I don't know what's up with all this makeup put on their face and shit, but they're a lot more attractive without all that mascara and all that bull. Fuck that. Oh, I'm just doing this for me. Shut the fuck up. No, you're not. No, you're not. If you are hella insecure. Hella insecure.
Well, for example, lipstick, that's meant to create fuller, redder lips, which would be an easy sign of, okay, how healthy and specifically youthful is this person, is this woman, which again, fertility sign. And the other thing, mascara, that's meant to make the eyes pop and appear as a greater focus, and also again, sign of youth, because youth equals fertility. You don't want to appear like you got a shit ton of crow feet and like sunken fucking eyes. You want to appear that your face is fresh, your skin is clear, your eyes are large, your lips are full. That's the objective with makeup, and they're all fertility signs.
Hey, what are you talking about, bro? She's only doing it for confidence. But why are you being all misogynistic about her makeup, bro? Huh? Why can't she look good for herself, huh?
Considering that the only people I see bitch about a girl's makeup are other girls, well.
All right, it's just crazy to me. Like, a lot of women these days, why can't you just listen to what a man truly wants? And as a man myself, I can easily put out there as a representative of the XY chromosome. We are way more attracted to women with no to little makeup. Plastering all that 10 pounds of makeup on your face, you're doing that so you can compete with other women, not to attract other men. No. What do you have to say about that, Gray?
Well, that's where the female hive mind comes in. There's a bunch of it. I keep in mind there's two aspects to the female hive mind. Number one is women need the social approval of the group on a basic level, which personally I think that would come about from trying to secure as many men's resources as possible. If you're in good, let's go to tribal terms. If you're in good with the chief's wife, you're in good with the chief.
Right. I agree with that one.
So the need for female approval is kind of hardwired in there, as they'd rather. That's the thing. Like if you had, like, because then we'll go into harems too. Because if you're in good with one of the chief's wives, that gives you access to more security and resources than being in good with one man.
Listen,
who is not the chief.
And whichever women that are listening right now, the all three of you and everybody else in chat, I'm gonna say it right now, and I think it's a fair deal. If she expects you to bust your butt for at least 40 to 60 hours a week, and on top of that, deal with all the crazy shit that's happening at home, like fixing stuff and diplomacy and all that stuff that a husband and father is supposed to do, or a boyfriend is supposed to do, at least that she can do is to stay in shape. Not only stay in shape, actually have a kind, gentle, feminine attitude. That's the two main things in my opinion. Be fit and be feminine. That's literally the lowest of the low of a man's standards. Great. What do you have to say about that?
She's not your slave.
You want me to get you a glass of water? How dare you? It's 2022. It's not the 1950s. A bitch, I just asked you to give me a fucking glass of water. What the fuck? I'm asking you. I'm not chasing you with a goddamn broomstick beating the fuck out of you. I'm asking you to give me some fucking water. I ain't your slave.
Yeah. And that's the problem. Like, I swear they're fucking baiting guys with that. It's like, you know how many. Yeah, I think it was fucking hilarious. Like, there was this one like fucking comic where it's this like angry feminist going out and getting upset at fucking hatred.
Keep going. I'll be right back.
There's just one comic where this feminist going around getting all pissed off at all the patriarchal stuff in society, like, oh, fucking misogynistic rap lyrics and all that stuff. And then the final panel is her fucking biting a pillow, getting railed from behind, screaming, like, yes, daddy, I'm a good little girl. I'm a good little words that YouTube doesn't like. And then the comments is fucking women saying, I feel called out by this. Like, for all the fucking bullshit facades that they put up, so many of them just want to be fucking bent over and dominated and told that their opinions don't fucking matter. And that's definitely one of the more frustrating aspects of this stuff. Because like the evidence is, I guess the evidence is all there that women don't want to be treated like ladies. Like, they don't respond positively to that.
Okay, when it comes to my opinion, when it comes to my opinion on that situation, women are the most feminine when they are willing to submit to a man. What do you have to say about that?
Well, and that's the thing. They want to submit to a man. They just want to submit to a strong man And therefore, that's why shit tests are a thing. They're constantly fucking with a dude to see how much crap is he going to put up with. So you ask a woman.
I agree with you, Gray, but I'm just saying that's the question. That's where they're at their most feminine, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure, at least that's what they told me. Once they're comfortable enough to not keep their guard up, that's what they told me. Once they're able to let down the guard and actually able to cater to a man, that's where they're at their most feminine, and that's where they feel that's their most powerful, how do I say, position, able to actually truly be feminine.
And that's really the problem with like with men listening to women and believing what they say. Because like women are fucking lying to you so often, because they want you to say no. They don't want you to ask, they want you to tell. And guys don't, because A, they were taught that no, that's disrespectful, you have to ask a woman's permission, and B, the fucking laws criminalize not asking her permission.
Yep,
So you legally cannot do what a woman wants you to do to make her feel good.
Unless there's some signed document, videotape, all that stuff, all that crazy shit, right? I ain't saying all women, but a good amount of them out there, they want to be dominated.
Well, last thing, if you got to pull out a fucking document, you already killed the mood.
If it comes to me, I don't give a fuck about the mood. I ain't trying to go to jail.
No, but that's the thing. But the mood is all that matters to them.
That's true.
And that's the problem. Like, they have created a situation where it is illegal and untenable for them to get what they actually want from a decent man who actually cares about the future.
I have another question to the chat. Everybody in the chat right now. And I'm sure you guys went with it as well. I'm sure you guys dealt with it. Have you ever dealt with a woman that says that I'm not that type of girl, or I never done this before, but then give it around 15 or 20 minutes, she is the freakiest Jezebel that you ever met in your life? Put a 1 in the chat if you ever dealt with that before, because I dealt with that plenty of times, especially with the religious girls.
Oh God, yeah, the religious ones.
They're the ones like, oh, I'm not this type of girl. Oh, I never done this before. Blah blah. Immediately, the woman is sticking their ass. I'm like, what? I thought you were a child of gold.
Just because that's what you're screaming each night does not mean it's prayer.
I'm like, hold up. Like, I thought, like, you just came back from church. What do you mean to put it in your ass? What are you talking about, bro? Like, whoa. Like, I'm telling you, once you get her in the mood, and it's a kind of a sidetrack, I always tell gentlemen, getting women is not that hard per se if you're a decent looking man. Women in the West, they're carbon copies of themselves. As long as you're able to manipulate how they feel, once again, if you're able to manipulate how they feel, you're going to hit a home run. Okay? Yeah, it's one thing if you look okay. That's why the Warband always says, eat healthy, hit the gym, and actually don't try to look like a fucking bum if you're trying to go out there and deal with women. Okay? And on top of that, you can't force attraction on women. All right? Get the fuck out of here with that shit. She either is attracted to you or she's not. Because within the first 8 to 10 seconds, she will know if she wants to fuck you or not.
Slight thing. You can change her mind if you went from no woman is showing clear signs. No. If another woman shows interest in you.
All right, I know what you're talking about. Pre-selection.
Yeah, pre-selection bias can change her mind.
But the biggest thing is when it comes to her attraction, let's say 9 times out of 10, she knows if she's gonna fuck you or not. Okay, so don't waste your time trying to convince a woman that's clearly not interested in you, if you're trying to fuck a woman. Okay, but when it comes to how do I say socializing with a woman, there's no such thing as game, in my opinion. There's no such thing as game as long as you're not as long as you're not acting like an awkward piece of shit, right?
But
As
no,
long as you
but
actually as long as you actually have some social skills, it's in my opinion, it's not that hard because at least in the West, majority of women are carbon copies. Okay, they all, not all, majority of them fall for the same thing. They fall for the same thing. Okay, because once again,
like,
they primarily base their decisions on emotions, gentlemen. You have to be able to manipulate their emotions, and but before the emotions part, she has to be attracted to you. It is what it is. But after that part, you gotta be able to get to the point where you be able to be like, hey, what's going on? Hey, let's get out of this bar and do some shit. I don't think that spitting game is that complicated to the point where I would have to hide behind 10 paywalls and charge you guys thousands of dollars for common sense. What do you have to say, Gray?
I'd actually say that the wrong things have been emphasized when it comes to game. Because a lot of emphasis is put on, oh, what do I say? Like, how do I address? It's like, no. That's not your issue 9 times out of 10. Like, if you have basic social skills, which like some guys do, other guys need to work on it, that's its own issue. The much bigger issue is knowing when the girl is actually receptive to you.
I see what you're saying. And once again, that cold approach bullshit, get the fuck out of here. Okay. Like, that's downright Ted Bundy type of vibes.
Yeah.
Like, I don't believe in that. I don't believe in that cold approach shit. I really don't. Unless you have the looks like Chris Hemsworth, don't do that shit.
No. Okay, even if you do, they'll come to you.
Oh yeah. If you look like Chris Hemsworth, they'll come to you. Yeah, I agree.
You don't even have to be fucking Chris Hemsworth. Like, okay, I'll straight up say I am not Chris Hemsworth, and I have straight up had women come up to me, like when I'm just doing some other shit randomly. Hey, I am not Chris fucking Hemsworth.
I'm gonna let you go right quick. I'm gonna add on Nixon Talks because he has to go back to work.
Right.
Nixon Talks, what's going on, man?
Afternoon, fellas. It's afternoon in overcast Sydney today. Hope you are having a fine evening yourselves. Shout out to you, Sir Yeetus, Mr. Gray, and the chat as well. See some familiar names in there. How you all doing? It's been a bit of a while.
Deal with fucking huntsman spiders.
Nah, no huntsman spiders here, man. Just don't put your hand in your mailbox late at night. That's an FYI, okay?
I swear to God, don't fucking say that shit, bro. Bro, I am terrified of. Bro, I'm terrified of spiders. I'm terrified. I'm sorry.
Hey, I'm just being honest, man.
I can do bullets. I can do explosions. Spiders, that's where you cross the line. I fucking.
Yeah, see, we're the opposite. We're the opposite, man. We're the opposite. That's the cultural difference right there, bro. That's the cultural difference right there.
Okay, but my bad. My bad for interrupt you, man. My bad.
No, all good. Just on the topic of the clubbing and the ladies dressing up and all that sort of shit there, I have actual women tell me that they dress up for themselves so they can feel pretty. And I say to them, I go, so why do you need to dress up in order to feel pretty? It's like, I need to feel a certain way. I want to be looked at in a certain way. Okay, do you intend anything to happen? No, but I just want people to look at me this way. So it's just literally for the attention and the eyeballs of people on them so they can raise those eyebrows and say, damn, she's hot. But underneath all that, they don't care. They're not looking to actually do anything. They just want to look a certain way. And me personally, I don't think I've ever had a woman say, you know what? I put up or did all this makeup. I wore my best perfume, wore my best heels, my best dress, and I have no issues that I didn't get any compliments throughout the night. You'll always see women say, I can't believe they didn't notice my makeup, they didn't notice my dress, they didn't compliment me on this and that. So they're looking for these things from men or others when they say they're doing it for themselves. So they're lying already.
When was this?
Recently, almost every
recently?
weekend, man.
Okay, I just got to get a time frame, so I'm not
Yeah,
out of the
almost
loop.
every weekend, man. I said to her, I had a friend's birthday on the weekend, went out, hung out with some friends. It was her birthday, and she's doing all this weird shit, like, dropping it low on the dance floor and grinding up on males and females and her friends and all this sort of shit. And I said to her all the time, I'm like, man, how the hell are you doing this and you expect no one to look at you as though you're into that sort of shit there? But it's just me, it's just my personality. Yes, but people see that, and then that's what gets into their head. That's what gets into their head. So if they always see you drinking, they're gonna assume you're a drunk or an alcoholic. If they see you dropping it on the dance floor or grinding up with some people, they're gonna assume you're into that sort of shit. It's always it's like, don't look at me like this. Okay, I get that. But the optics, the perception from other people is that you are exactly what you are doing. So you can't sit there and blame others when they're not, when they are approaching you or doing something in a certain way that you don't like. Stop acting in that way. I know it's hard to say, don't do that. Yo.
I'm sorry. It just reminded me of what we saw earlier.
Oh yeah, that was a wild stream this morning, man. Holy.
Was what the fuck?
Oh man, I'm still dissecting it, bro. Still dissecting it all, bro.
I'm contemplating on covering it tomorrow.
I thought about it as well.
Because ain't no fucking way you got caught in 4K. The chat doesn't know, but in the end, when it comes to the women that come to the club dressing a certain way and then upset that nobody is acknowledging her, I really think that at the same time she's upset that she didn't get the chance to reject men.
Exactly. That's another thing. They want the eyes on them, but they don't want to act on it. And then, yeah, I can't believe they didn't notice this. Well, hang on a second. I thought you do it for yourself. So why does someone else acknowledging you looking a certain way or dressing a certain way have anything to do with your outcome for the evening? You're doing this for yourself, aren't you? All that makeup, the dress, the heels, all that sort of shit, that's all for you. So why does it matter if someone notices or doesn't?
I definitely agree. It's just bunch of hypocrisy. But Gray, before you continue, Nixon, how much time you have left? Because I'm at one more person.
I really got to get back. I'm waiting for lunch at the moment. Like, it ain't all the ladies, but ladies I know, they've always been in that certain way. So I'm like, some ladies dress up and it's like, whatever, I can't wait to take my makeup off. They only put makeup on so they can look representable in a venue or whatever. But the other ladies that are there saying, I do it for myself, and then they complain that they get no attention back. Are you really doing it for yourself?
Give them nothing. Line the mix.
I kind of just wanted to like bounce this off. I think it's like an analogy you can use should the conversation come up again. Say, imagine someone who went out in public, all they did was speak like they're mentally challenged, and then they went home at the end of the day and was wondering, why does everyone treat me like an idiot?
Yeah, thank you.
That's a good analogy right there. But
anyways,
hey, Nixon Talks, thank you for joining on your break. You're on your break, right?
Yeah. It's 1:10 in the afternoon. Lunch is just about arriving on a Friday, so it's not pizza this week. That's had pizza last week. This week we got some Vietnamese coming through, so hanging for some bows and some soldiers.
It's all good, man. Definitely join because I'm gonna have another live stream for sure tomorrow. I've been lacking on live streams.
Let's do it, man. You let me know. I'm there.
All right, man. Peace out.
See you, boys.
Introduce Yeetus to camel spiders. I already dealt with camel spiders. I already dealt with them. They are very fast motherfuckers, and they can keep up with you if you run. But I'm gonna add another person, and her name is Saturn. What's going on, Saturn?
Not much.
I can't hear you. Where you at?
Not that much.
Oh, there you go. Okay. What's going on?
I don't know. What were we talking about? I just took some NyQuil.
You take some NyQuil, don't overdose. Goddamn. Like, I just got you on here.
Right.
So, what do you have for the topic today?
I don't know. I was just kind of agreeing with everything you guys are saying because I had like really basic roommates, and two of them were really, really basic. Like one of them had a quote unquote friends with benefits, and then she'd stay up like hours talking to him and go crying to the other roommate that actually cared. And
I'm assuming these dudes are bad boys, right?
All my roommates were girls. So
yeah, the girls are dealing with their boyfriends or
yeah, but then so one of them, her name was Carly. She had a boyfriend and he was like a frat guy, kind of an asshole. And then after they broke up, she was like, "Man, he was so abusive and so emotionally unavailable." And I just thought like, so you stayed with him for a year? I just can't put two and two together there.
That's the thing. If he'd been emotionally available, then she would have left after 2 months.
So you were in college or currently in college?
I finished college. I'm going to law school now.
Oh, she's becoming divorce lawyer?
Only on the side of guys. I don't really want to, but I'm looking mostly towards family because that's where the real
that doesn't help the situation.
I mean, they're already stuck there, you know. It's not like
family
they're not
courts,
gonna get divorced.
It's all good, but your friends.
There, then what? Do I just hang them out to dry? You know.
Yeah, I understand, but your friends,
I feel
right?
Like it's
they
better
want
to
deal with the bad boys. What happened to the bad boys? Did they get smashed and dashed? What's up?
Yeah. I remember the nicer roommate that was more normal. She went to the one with the friends with benefits and she literally said, listen, like have a gun to God moment. You need to figure out what's going on between you two because I can't handle you coming to my room at 12 in the morning crying all the time.
Did you tell her to quit being a hoe?
I don't really talk to them because I'm a little bit retarded. And by a little, I mean a lot. And I say things that come into my brain.
What the fuck?
The thing is, I say what I think, and that's what you need in law, but you don't need that when you're trying to navigate female conversations. Because they don't want they don't want you to say what you actually think. They want you to lie.
They want you to validate their feelings, whether they're right or wrong.
Right. The truth is a bad thing. And I can kind of, if I try really hard, I can lie. But most of the time, I just say the truth, what I really think of the situation and the facts that they present to me. And when she says, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna wear a tube top and pants and go out at night to this bar," all I can think is, "You're gonna get raped one day."
You mean great?
Yeah, that. See, I did that thing again, where I said what I thought.
Keep going.
So that's all I can think when they tell me these things. And I don't know what to do about it. Because if I say what I actually think or try to talk to them for 5 minutes, then I'm going to say it. So I just don't talk to people like that. And I don't really have any female friends.
Well, Sarah, you got a question. Are you a VTuber?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm talking to a VTuber.
I don't want to face dox myself, really.
But the biggest thing right now is when it comes to your friends.
And it's a PNG. It just moves like open, like it just moves when I speak. It doesn't like actually float around and move your hands and such.
But based on your situation, it's a clear difference between how men and women interact. Because
Yeah, I have a
me
lot
and
of guy
Gray,
friends. Literally, the
you,
only internet friends I have are
you
guys.
have guy friends,
I have 0 female friends on the internet.
so you have nothing but guy friends.
Yeah, because
And none of them try to get with you.
They do, and it makes me sad sometimes because I don't want.
Makes you sad, yo.
Yeah, because I don't want them to look like. I don't want to disappoint them because I'm gonna say no, and then I also don't want
Yo,
like
I'm sorry.
to
It's
be
just
perceived that way.
hilarious.
I don't want to
Oh,
be
she
perceived that way. I
friend
just
zoned
want to
all of
be.
them.
I
She
just want
friend
to be.
zoned.
I want to be like a friend, like a pal, like someone that you play video games with.
Do you
And then
really
when I
believe
think
that's
about
actually? Do you believe that's possible between men
I
and
mean,
women, especially in
it
2022?
depends. It really depends. I don't really have a lot of that many internet friends either. So
Okay.
it's really, you gotta figure out who's telling the truth.
Did you friend zone all these guys, or most of them?
Yeah. Well,
Also,
isn't that what being a friend is? I wouldn't
So,
want to like lead
yeah.
them along.
so you friend zone literally all of your guy friends.
Yeah, well, if I
Okay.
just lead them on, then that's worse. Then they'll feel worse.
Well, you do understand why I'm asking that question, though, right?
No.
A lot of girls, they tend to lead men on purpose, knowing
Right.
that they're trying to get the puniti, but they take that to their advantage.
I don't like doing that. First of all, it's mean, and then at the end of it, like you don't even have a real friend at the end of it. It's just a simp.
So what you're telling me is you're not like those other girls?
I'm very retarded.
Jesus Christ. Oh, it's great.
Like,
Do you have anything to say about
sometimes
this? Or
when I've had female friends and they start talking about politics, I end up going on like Alex Jones rants
really?
about politics and things like Jeffrey Epstein, which was my final project.
Well, great. Do you have anything to say about this? Anything? Any questions? Any statements?
Honestly,
To the question who asked how I am, I have a sinus infection, so that's why I sound kind of funny.
I say that I hope that you're able to stay honest and remain honest with yourself. Like,
Well, I was kind of born that way, so I can't get rid of it.
How old are you currently?
22.
you'd be surprised how fast stuff changes, especially when other things get involved. So
Yep,
just because
Saturn,
it's easy.
I've a lot of
TikTok,
stuff happened
Saturn,
in my life.
you're 22 now, and then you're gonna be 30 tomorrow. I'm just saying, TikTok.
Oh, I thought you meant the app, and I was like, no, there's too much cringe.
No,
on
I'm
there.
talking about you possibly hitting the wall in your mid to late 20s, and then you're gonna have a lot
Oh no,
more difficult situation. And I don't know if you want. I don't know if you want to date or not. I don't know if you want to date or not. What I'm saying is, if you do
I am
want to
dating.
date,
Seriously.
oh, you are dating right now.
Mm-hmm.
All right, okay, that's a different story.
And another problem is,
what's up?
There are some normal women, but because we have a pedophilia epidemic in our country, they get messed up at a really young age, and they come out all wrong.
Where the fuck did that even come from?
I don't know.
I know you just said it. I know it's a rhetorical question. That was so left field.
Yeah, I said that the Alex Jones rants happen sometimes.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. But in all seriousness, if you are dating, congratulations. Hopefully that person, I don't know if it's a man or woman or all the whatever 73 genders, where the fuck is out there these days.
Oh, I have an
Hopefully
idea.
it works out.
One thing to help the guys out there, if you find one of those like traumatized girls, don't talk about sex a lot because it really, really scares them. That's like
I don't
the
fuck
last
with
thing you should
Western.
talk about.
I don't
If you
fuck with
ever want to
Western
like, if you actually want to get married, that's what I meant. If you actually want to get married to somebody, not if you just want to sleep around, don't talk to those girls if you want to do that. If you
But the
actually want to
Warband
find
has a
somebody to
motto.
marry,
You should know this.
I know that, but you know, there's some listeners that will end up wanting to get married anyways. You know that.
All right.
We all know that. If you want to get married, don't talk about sex with these people because it'll probably freak them out, and they're gonna think, "Oh my God, he's a predator. I have to run as fast as I can."
So what you're saying is be considerate.
Yeah, yeah. It's
That
like
makes
if
sense.
it's like if you went to a Vietnam vet and went, "Hey, we're in the trees."
No, to be fair, I actually accidentally went to a Vietnam vet and asked him, like, "Hey, have you ever been to Vietnam?" Completely unrelated. Yeah, no, fucking look on the dude's face was, it looked like they had fucking slapped him or something. Oh,
But Saturn, in all seriousness, thank you for joining. Definitely, because it's been a while. I think you've been on my live stream before, but it's been like a
Yeah,
long
it's been a
time.
while. I was focusing really hard on school because I wanted to get 3 A's and I did it. 3 A's
It's
in
all
2 weeks.
good. It's all good, but thank you for joining and definitely join.
Also, the comment that was
Oh,
like,
what's
"I
up?
don't like guys." I think there's a difference between normal guys and predators. I don't consider predators to be human.
Women
So,
can be predators as well.
yes, I don't consider women to predators to be human either.
All right, just putting it out there. I don't want that feminist bullshit on my
No.
fucking live stream.
No. Because I took criminal profiling class and I got to see all of the crime scene photos and all of the different types of predators.
And do you know how many women out there that are predators and actually get away with it? That's the
Yeah,
scary
it's a
part.
lot. And the thing is, women actually go for strangers more than men. Men
That makes
actually goes
sense.
for people in the family. Female predators will go for stranger kids, like kids that they don't know. And
That makes sense,
they have
Saturn.
an equal amount of preference between male and female victims.
Hey, you're not speaking any lies. You know, you're speaking a lot of truth. But I definitely got to keep going my calls. Thank you for coming in and definitely join next time.
Yes. Also, somebody mentioned Whitney, Wisconsin.
What?
That white chick that liked her dog too much.
dog
Oh
hell.
my god, whatever. Fuck that shit. Hey, I'll talk to you later, man.
All right, see ya.
Peace. Carry on.
Yeah.
No crazy shit.
What?
You took
Why?
down
Why
my
say that to
live-
me?
You took down my live stream last time.
Oh, wait. What did I say last time? Was that the end?
You hated a certain demographic.
What did I hate?
That's what you said. You hated a certain group of people, and that's what got my live stream taken down.
I don't hate.
But I don't wanna dwell on it. Just make sure
Yeah.
you keep Susan. Make sure you keep Susan in mind.
I'm sorry, Susan. I didn't mean to say that. It was a parody.
Okay, I'm being
Yeah, I
serious.
understand.
Though.
I
don't want to
understand.
waste another 3 hours.
Yeah, I understand.
All right, what do you have to say about this topic today?
I guess most people that are just like the new guys that just pop into the Redpilled community or any type of place that has similar ideas, and they see like women saying these things like, "Oh yeah, this what happens to guys, and this bad is bad, and oh, give me money and I'll try and help you guys." They're gonna fall for that stuff real quick because they're not gonna know what's really happening. They might probably like it's the same with like John Anthony. Like people will pop to him, they hear what he's saying, like, oh, he's told like he's like I later like I slept with 100 or 1,000 girls. I'm not for sure, but yeah, like people like that sound like they talk a good game, but you don't really know if it's truthful or not. So yeah, that's why I find chameleons, and like you can have male chameleons, but it is thrifters, or like any type of people that lie to people and try to use them on a large scale when they don't really completely understand what they're talking about. Even if they're trying to help, is still dangerous.
Okay, great. What do you have to say about that?
I think it's like chameleons for men. That would actually explain a little bit about one of your recent subjects. I mean, it understands what men want better than a man who works in that industry.
See, when it comes to this situation of whether women are red pilled or not, I do see where Gray is coming from, but at the same time, I really do believe that 99% of women out there, they can't think outside of their own bubble. Okay, and I'm talking about Western women. They can't think outside their own bubble of how their actions, horrible actions, and bad decisions are affecting other people, especially men. That's why when they get caught red-handed, they're quick to blame whoever's around them, especially the man, on why they chose to do that heinous act. So, in my opinion, majority of women can't be red pilled, and if they do claim that they're red pilled, especially on social media, it's solely an echo chamber and nothing but grifting. Okay, and Gray already saw the photo that I sent him. The audacity of these chicks hashtagging, once again, hashtagging red pill in their videos, and then in their titles like, "Oh, but donate money, please. Donate to me. Donate, donate, donate." They're no different than these POAs and grifters, gentlemen. In fact, they're a lot worse. What do you have to say, Carry On?
At least the PUAs like give you a give you a course, though.
Oh,
actually, no,
yeah,
I did actually. Yeah, carry on first. Then I do actually have something.
Yeah, of course they're going to be much more dangerous because most guys, when they just get into the red pool, they still have like some sentimentalities. Like they're still not completely there. They just like, oh, this thing happens. I'm not sure why it happens. And let's go on the internet, try and find out what it is. And if they bump into females that are trying to abuse them and use them, they're still going to fall back into it because deep down they're still a blue pilled. They're just climatizing to a new environment yet. They haven't really completely adapted and molded their mind to actually like break free of like the delusions that they've been breaded into.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
I think there's another angle.
Oh, what's up?
I think there's another angle to it as well. Like the term based and red pilled has gained like positive connotations recently, and being a simp or cringe is negative now. So by women, let's just fucking say it, by ethos adopting like the most bare bones of red pill speaking points, or even just the illusion of it, they're able, like these simps are now able to say, oh, I'm red pilled now. I'm no longer a cringy simp. I'm based in red pilled. Meanwhile, they don't have to actually change any of their behavior or go through any of the hardship. They're buying the label with simping.
Do you know how painful that was what you just said? Like in the whole like based and red pilled, cringy and simp. Like anyone that says that by instincts are like, oh no, you're talking a lot of bullshit, or you don't know what you're talking about.
Well, they don't, but it's made it into the lexicon of like online speech, whether we like it or not.
Yeah. It's like when people use certain words without knowing what it means, and they just keep on using it until it loses meaning because what was its meaning in the beginning? They never knew, so they can't really understand the true meaning of certain words.
Okay, so when it comes to this situation, How do you guys feel about? And Gray already knows. How do you feel about these women proclaiming to be red pill channels or manosphere channels?
Oh, I don't believe a woman could truly be red pill. I can't understand what it would like to be a woman in any form of fashion. I can believe and come up with like stats and studies like, okay, this is probably what it's like to be a woman. I would probably experience this and that and that. But I wouldn't know how to be completely a woman, just living my life through walking down the road at night, supposedly being afraid of every person that walks past me that smell because some reason. They won't understand how it's like to be a man. And when like they don't understand how it is to be the average man, because if they think it's close to be a man, like the closest men they could probably be compared to are people that are on the higher scale of men in general than the average man or below average men.
I agree with you 1,000,000%. What do you have to say about that, Gray?
Yeah, it's funny. They always emphasize with the mugging victim, but they never think like about like they never say like, well, it could be like the mugger. That's serious. Is like they see the males as like only the perpetrators of these kinds of crimes. When it's like, well, that's because like you're weak, but men have to worry about these exact same problems too.
Men get attacked more when it comes to assault,
Violent attacks.
violent attacks than women.
No, and then it's funny, like a freaking cop commits a heinous act, and then the women are like, well, now there needs to be a curfew for men. It's like, okay, first off,
don't bring that crap up.
First of all, that was a cop, not just your fucking rando man. That was the fucking enforcer, the very same kind of person who would supposedly be enforcing said curfew. And what, then are you going to have only female cops out at night?
Yeah, that's going to help.
That crap happened in England. Like this crazy cop lured a woman away and did some Jack the Ripper crap.
So let's say I don't wait. Let's say I don't give a fuck about going to jail. What are the female cops going to do to me? They will literally have to get around 7 or 8 female cops to take me down.
Well, taser is one possible thing.
Yeah, if I don't fucking rock her like goddamn Mike Tyson.
I'm pretty sure that if a female cop came up to Yeetus with a taser, at the end of the night, Yeetus would have a brand new taser.
Well, taser is technically not a taser.
Well, in Europe, they don't even have a fucking gun, so...
Yeah, they have to have, like, special...
What you gonna do? Lightly hit me with her baton? The fuck?
Hey, batons are dangerous.
A lot of female cops, in my opinion, is not strong enough.
Oh, yeah.
What do you say, Gray?
Yeah, when wielded by a man, a baton is dangerous, but like...
Yes.
I mean, have you seen a woman wield a baseball bat in a threatening manner? It's fucking hilarious.
They struggle to keep it up. Shit.
Oh shit, they grab it by the fucking middle and then like they get in close and fucking push and prod, making it very easy to grab and wrestle with them on.
What females you were hanging around? The ones I'm hanging around are much more dangerous.
No, there was a situation in Europe where a guy was able to bob and weave between 2 females. They literally could not contain one guy, and the guy wasn't even trying.
That's the thing.
I thought that was Canada.
Oh, maybe. Canada. Well, you guys are you guys worship the Queen, right? Like, fuck.
Yeah, no. The thing I saw was in like California with the mask, with like one of the mask mandate things. Woman fucking freaking out, gets a baseball bat from behind the counter, is holding it from the middle, and is like being very threatening with it. And the guy gets into a fucking wrestling match. It's like, dude, what the hell? You can totally. Well, no, I know. It was like, no, she gets into a fight with the woman, where the guy's the one recording it on camera. And it's just one of the most hilarious fucking cringe fights ever, because it's just a bunch of fucking like jerking around and wrestling. It's like, geez, like, dude would have ended that in 5 fucking seconds. And
I know you guys, I couldn't find the video. I'm sure they deleted it. Well, literally, a woman that wasn't even that big was trying to chase after this one male fugitive, and this male fugitive was able to wrestle the gun out of that woman's female cop's hand, and she screamed and curled into a fetal position. And luckily, the male cops were able to arrive on time to take that guy out.
You mean the one in the car?
Once that man was able to take the dominant position, that female cop screamed and went into a fetal position.
Yeah, like that's.
Oh, what's up?
Right, no, that's the thing. Is like I was saying, if a female cop stepped to Yeetus with a taser or a gun, then Yeetus would get a new taser or a gun. If she steps to someone far less savory, not only is he getting a new taser or a gun, he's probably also getting laid.
She won't be coming out there alive. Let's just say that.
Well,
she better be a quick draw. That's all I gotta say. What do you say? Carry on.
Yeah, and it's be impractical. It wouldn't be one like female cop. It would most likely be two because they normally want to keep people safe. But yeah,
like there was a whole video of a woman acting all badass until that fugitive was able to grab that gun.
Yeah, I seen the video.
Literally, oh, you have.
Yeah,
it was
you showed
like
it
in some type of. No, it was like in front of a front. It was in the front lawn. The person that was the coronet, and then the cops immediately pulled up. This is in a suburban area. The cops immediately pulled up, so the fugitive took the attention from her to the cops that are coming out of the cop car, and then the male cops literally wasted him. You know, of course, you can't take on 3 cops. Yeah, but it's just the audacity that she thought she was hot shit, able to take down this big ass dude, and she wasn't even that big herself, and he was able to easily wrestle the gun out of her fucking hand, and she cowered in fear.
And they always—that's the thing. Like, if you're fucking getting in close enough, like to a perp, like, and you're thinking of using a gun, okay, like those guns, like there's holsters designed so that only like the officer can draw them out. So she probably had the fucking gun out already at close range. Like that's the thing. That's fucking stupid. Why do they always get?
She didn't pull the trigger. Nothing.
That's they always get within close fucking range. And it's like you have a ranged weapon. The point is to be far away. You're not supposed to get up close.
Many TV shows.
Yeah, why are you so close? At least 20 feet, the fugitive can stab you before you can even draw your gun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, 5 feet is like 5 feet, a gun and a knife. A knife is way more dangerous.
Oh no, fucking 20 feet a dude with a knife is more dangerous if you don't have it drawn.
Yep,
Yeah.
especially if that guy is athletic.
Like,
You're fucked.
Like fucking 5 feet, like dude, I know a fucking lunge technique. I could clear 5 feet and deck you in the fucking jaw before you could fucking blink.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think there's more knife deaths than like gun deaths around the world.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, because only the U.S. And not that many other countries.
well, yeah, if you were just to
have guns
compare
around.
like England and America, like knife crime and gun crime, England's knife crimes would be much higher than America's gun crimes.
And that's why I say to the females, well, I don't know why you guys are working so hard to be in dangerous positions that you're not even qualified to do in the first place. Why? Well, who are you trying to prove? The penis envy will only get you killed.
Like, that's the thing. I think it goes back to like the whole ego thing with the makeup. They're trying to impress women. And also, if they get into these very masculine like positions, then they get access to the more masculine men. Like, you know how guys have the whole, like, you know, don't shit where you eat kind of deal?
Yeah.
Like, that's exactly why women get into many of these professions, to shit where they're eating.
Well, that could be one reason, but it could also be that it has a form of respect, and they always see it as a respectable role as a child. And they want to, like, take that respect and add it onto themselves.
You sure you don't mean authority?
Well, respect and authority are kind of the same thing.
Like they
You
can't
don't-
understand.
They're not.
See,
they're not the same thing.
They
The
can't
closest,
understand. They
but not
can't.
quite.
Wait, hold on.
I didn't say
They
they're
can't
exactly the
understand.
same thing.
But wait, hold on, carry on. They can't understand. They can't comprehend. Okay, because once again, I definitely had to deal with a lot of female soldiers, especially during combatives. They truly can't comprehend the strength of a man until they deal with it personally, and they freak the fuck out. And I don't even try. I don't truly try if I was going up against another man. Okay. If I literally put a story, I literally put this one female down. Literally, like you know how you put your forearm to her neck, and she freaked the fuck out. No plan B, no reversal, nothing. She freaked out. I'm like, do I really want her to have my back when it comes to going to war?
I did not think you were going to say reversal there. We said plan B. I thought you were going to say something totally different. But
No. But in all seriousness, though, like this is the issue that a lot of countries they're gonna have to deal with, especially the U.S. and the U.K. and all that stuff.
yeah,
You really
Europe.
want a woman that does not know what to do if she was pinned down by a man. I doubt she'd be able to do anything anyway, especially if she was like 5'3", 4", against a man that's fucking 50, 60 pounds her senior. Do you really want somebody like that having your back?
You don't even have to be that hard. Like I remember when I was in school, I was playing around with my friends, and there was a female friend there, and I was just like, you punch each other on the arm lightly. I did that, and it bruised. Like she said, I was like, wait, you're hurt? Like, because normally when you're with guys, you get you roughhouse and just do that shit when you're a child. It's like, oh, how you hurt? She's like, I saw the bruise. Like, wait, you're bruised. I'm like, generally, I was like, wait. At that point, I was like, wow, me just playing around how I normally play around and not using any force could bruise a woman that easily. I was like, yeah,
Exactly.
a woman like that can't be in a situation where a guy is really violent. Because even most men now, I honestly believe, are not used to another guy going like full force on them, trying to actually injure them and put them down.
Exactly. They truly can't comprehend men or modern men or women in general. They can't comprehend. I enjoy fighting, so that's a complete different scenario. But a person that is trying to avoid fighting, whether it's man or woman, but especially a woman, they hypothetically get drafted into war because there already talks about drafting women in the United States. If that ever happens, holy fuck, that is not going to end well. All right, not just the battle itself, but you really think that things going to go well with men and women in the middle of the desert? Their wives and husbands are at home.
Yeah, it's like the military affair rate, like extremely high, almost like 100% or something like that.
Right. You already know there will be some crazy bullshit happening. And in my opinion, is because the integration of men and women in a unit. I believe they should be separate. Because, for example, let's say that you were at a barbershop. Gray, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, you're at a barbershop and men are talking to each other, just talking about some crazy male shit that happened, whether it's personal life or sports or whatever it is. And then you have a woman come in with her son. Are you really going to talk about the same shit with her around?
Well, most people definitely wouldn't. They'll feel weird. They'll feel
Most
like
men would not have that same conversation.
oh no, most men wouldn't do that. I know a few people that would do that, but they're select
So
few.
how do you think? Well, Kerry, I'm sure you know, but
Yeah, I did say there's
similar situation when it comes to female soldiers going to a all-male unit. That's a similar situation. It just breaks down the cohesion altogether.
Yeah. When a rogue element enters into a environment, the creatures in that environment normally change and act differently. Be a predator
Exactly.
or prey. So yeah.
And the people that hasn't served in the military or hasn't been in integrated male/female sports team or whatever the fuck it is. Unfortunately, you guys can't truly comprehend the damage when women goes into an all-male unit. Because when it's an all-male unit, everybody's on the same page. Everybody's trying to get the shit done. No distractions, no nothing. Mission accomplished. Let's go home and drink some fucking whiskey. But when but when the women, the female soldiers come to the unit, all kinds of drama, all kinds of careers being ended because of false allegations. Nobody knows who the father is.
Even if there's not that, there's going to be fights over her for some dumbass reason, like people trying to one up each other and do dumb shit like that.
Exactly. And then people want to come at me saying that I don't want any type of integrated male and female units when it comes to war. Because in war, it's kill or be killed. I don't give a fuck about what happened with Kim Kardashian on her fucking TV show. I don't give a fuck. I'm trying to live.
Wait, how do you guys watching Kim Kardashian? It's all that shit.
Because that's all these girls were talking about when it was out in the military. They were talking about these drama shows and shit, or whatever was happening within the unit. Like, you motherfuckers gossip too much.
That just sounds like you're wasting time. You're supposed to be training
so
yourself.
Much time. Why are you talking in the office like nothing's happened? Go to the fucking motor pool. Go do some exercises. Go do something. Quit bitching and moaning, okay? That's just gonna piss me off even more. I'm just speaking about this from a leadership position. Because I'm like, I got way more better things to do than to hear about how your 5th boyfriend got you pregnant and now you're on your 3rd fucking child. Get the fuck out of here.
Oh, fuck. This is why I don't deal with certain people. This is why I don't deal with certain people. I just knew the trouble since I was a child. Like, I ain't gonna deal with this crap.
But, Gray, based on my rant, what do you have to say about that?
Beyond, let me put it this way. Like, if you separate the units by gender, then you will have like one group of competent functional units and cannon fodder. And if you mix the units, then all your units will be cannon fodder.
Well, here's the thing. Are you talking about which is possible now in the United States, if the females are infantry or they work in the rear, like paper pushers, nurses, all that stuff?
Okay, when I'm talking about, do you seriously call someone who works in the back line a soldier?
They would be classed as that. But...
In my opinion, yeah, because they do still have to sacrifice.
Okay, but when you say but when you hear the words,
they're not combat soldiers.
Okay, when you hear the words, soldier, you don't think fucking pencil pusher decoding messages or typing up emails. You don't think a secretary with a military pension.
Here's a big
same
thing.
way when you hear cop, you don't think.
There's a difference between soldiers and combat soldiers. Huge difference.
Okay, so yeah, but
they're still soldiers, but they're not combat soldiers. So I do treat soldiers and combat soldiers completely different.
Okay, but I'm talking about for the common non-military background person.
And that's what I'm saying. They're still soldiers, but I'm not going to treat them the same way as combat soldiers.
Okay, but I
treat combat soldiers with a lot more respect.
But when you ask, should there be female soldiers, the average person is not thinking about the pencil-pushing secretary as a soldier. Average person,
that's completely different. I agree.
That's what I'm getting at. I'm nitpicking the vernacular here. Yeah. Like, do I think there should be women in the military? Well, when I hear women in the military, I'm picturing women on the fucking battlefield having to get shot at and kill people. And I say, no, they're a fucking liability.
No, I don't mind them being nurses. I don't mind them doing logistics. I don't mind them doing. I need all the help we can get. I agree with that. But on the front lines,
honestly, no. I don't think they're suitable for nurses either. For one very simple reason.
Huh?
It takes 3 of them to lift what one man can lift. when you got to move around a fucking 200-pound dude, do you want to use a man or a woman? Because it's going to take more than one woman.
See, we gotta specify on that one because no, there's nurses that works at the hospital and there's combat nurses.
A nurse that works at the hospital, you honestly think she never has to move a patient from one location to another?
No, they
have
do.
equipment,
No,
so
they
it'd
do.
be
Yes,
much
I've
easier.
seen it. I've seen it personally. They do. But what I'm saying is, I do see difference when it becomes to working at. Okay, I can't really use the terms on here, but they're working at the hospital
I'm on the
versus
field.
they have to retrieve a casualty on the battlefield. Okay, and at the same time, they're not the ones that are like completely at the front lines. They tend to send the male combat nurses, the combat medics, to the front lines before they would send a female. And even though that's not supposed to be that way, it's just sexist like that. They will
that's because you
send
want
a male combat medic first before a combat female.
Yeah, well, that's because you want to actually get your fucking soldiers back alive.
Yeah, I agree. I completely agree. I'm not denying that.
Like, that's the thing. Like, fucking female vets can't even handle large dogs solo. So
Right.
I kind of doubt that. So if you need multiple women to do the job of one man in veterinary conditions, I mean, you want to fucking bitch about military overspending. You have to pay 3 women a fucking military salary and pension and benefits to replace one man on the easiest of rear lines.
I agree. If I was injured on the battlefield and I see a 120-pound woman trying to take me out of the firefight, I would just say, just let me die. Like, because you just gonna get us both killed.
No, I'm
Just-
not talking about on the battlefield. I'm talking in the back lines. Like, you're safe. There's no fucking guns.
Okay. In the back lines is completely different. I agree. I was talking about
No,
front
I'm saying
lines.
I'm saying in the back lines it's the same because you still don't want to be relying on requiring 3 women from a purely logistical financial perspective.
No. Then
It really does depend.
It'll be male soldiers at that point. It won't be. Yeah, they won't be carrying shit. I agree. It would just be male soldiers. The female nurses, they will not be doing the carrying that casualty into the medic tent. Like no. They can't pick up a person that's unless they take off all of his gear. Even then, that man is at least 170 pounds on average.
That's the thing. Like, they can't female vets can't handle large dogs. It takes 3 of them to move what one man can move. So from that aspect, to effectively replace one male nurse in any situation where a nurse is required, you need
Right.
to pay 3 times as much for the exact same result.
Is a female veterinarian actually like exercising?
I don't know. I've just heard
All
3
I'm
women.
saying is, when it comes to my experience, the female medics, they don't do the heavy lifting. Okay, they just don't. Majority of them are chilling at the hospitals, and only a select few. And I'm not gonna take it away from them. It was like only 2 of them, 3 of them that actually did some heroic shit on the battlefield. I'm not going to take that away from them, but majority of the situation, it was all on the male medics, all of it, even the recovery team for people that passed away on the battlefield. You gotta go and recover their body. It was literally all male, and it was just insane because I'm like, okay, you guys preach about equal opportunity so much, but here we are right now in 2018, 2017, and the generals are still defined in the traditional manner. What the fuck? You guys preach about, oh, equal this, equal that, everything equal. But when shit gets real, everybody reverts back to the traditional roles. And I said that plenty of times in my previous live streams, especially when it comes to Ukraine. When shit hits the fan, men and women will revert back to the traditional roles. And that's why I will never, ever take feminism seriously.
I'll put it very bluntly here. Women in the military are the WNBA of the fucking military.
Well, when you put it that way, that's playing. I'll keep going.
Like they're a charity case for virtue signaling purposes. That is it. They cannot deliver practically at the same rate or efficiency. The men have to literally pull their dead weight.
Yeah, I'll agree with you if everything's physical. If it's like paperwork, then I can see that they can be a plus. But anything that has to do like physical work, it will be a detriment to have them. But it's at the same time, the military just can't clone a bunch of men, and that's like the downside to it.
Okay, yeah, but think about but beyond just the base level of efficiency, with again, as we've mentioned, all the drama and false accusations falling around, I'm willing to bet that the women have removed more men from the military than the enemy has.
I would agree with you.
All right, hold up. I'm gonna ask somebody right quick. Andrew. Andrew in here? Do I have to hear some chickens?
Say something.
I remember you and your goddamn chickens.
Yeah, don't curse at me.
Who don't curse? I'm here, cock-a-doodle-doo. Like, what the fuck?
Well, the chicken are silent right now.
All right, cool. Unless they
How
hear
you
my
doing?
voice. Like, fuck you, Sir Yeetus. I'm doing great. What do you have for the topic today when it comes to chameleons trying to be part of the Redpilled, part of the manosphere, the women?
I guess we can use them as fodder, you know? Yeah. We can use them as fodder. I think that would be very good.
How so?
Imagine going to war, and then you're going to use like these fat land whales as meat shields. I mean, that would be very useful. I'm just joking around, don't worry.
But I don't think we could use them as like meat shield and I don't think we could gain anything beneficial from having certain women in our presence because they'll just
And once again, I don't fucking hate women, okay? Let's get that shit out of our vocabulary, okay? Because if you hate women, you're fucking weird, bro.
Oh, right. No. Clearly.
I'm stating this. I'm stating this for the chat as well.
Yeetus, I'm trying to make a joke here. Can you give me a sec?
Yeah.
No, it's over. Like, the joke is dead. That's fine. Go for it.
It's like, oh man, we clearly must hate women because we don't want them to die overseas for bankers.
Well,
I'm just saying, hey, Gray's not wrong. Gray's not. What I'm saying is, I'm hating that bullshit. Oh, I hate women. I hate this. I hate that. Like, listen, like, shut the fuck up with that shit. You ain't gonna hate a dog for being a dog.
Yeah.
Wait, hold up. Female nature is what it is. Not saying that you can't call them out on their horrendous bullshit, but not once you see my live streams I said I hate women. I never said that ever. I'm talking to the chat as well. So if you're here on that hating women bullshit, this ain't the channel for you, because I have been seeing that in my last few streams, and this ain't no fucking hating women parade. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. Was it Andrew? Andrew, what were you gonna say?
Yeah, never mind. I lost my thoughts.
Okay, well, you're probably gonna come back with that. Carry on.
Yeah. Well, I was saying that having certain women around could be a detriment to us because weak-willed men will get distracted by women that aren't 100% for men and are trying to help them. Like, but like you can help men, like women can help men, but it's like I will never understand what it's like to be a slave because I never lived as one. I wasn't born one. I wasn't raised in an environment where I was a slave, where people treated me like a slave, and so on and so on. I could empathize with it. I'm not sure that's the right word, or sympathize. I think it's sympathize with the idea of someone being a slave, but I can never empathize, like feeling the same emotions and so on, like I been through that same thing. So that's how the same thing with men and women. Like we had different lives, we have different bodies, you have different chemicals running through us that make us think differently and behave differently. So they can say, "Oh, I can feel sorry. I feel bad that you have to go through this thing. I feel bad that the government and systems are screwing you over," but they will never truly understand what it's like to be a man. Like
I
will
don't feel
never.
sorry whatsoever for modern women. They're the most privileged group in the history of humanity, in my opinion.
Oh, they are. That's not a deny. No one can deny that. Like most of us are the most privileged group of people in history so far. Like
I agree.
50 years ago, people were dying from like flus and stuff like that. Yeah, the further you go back, you just realize how drastically it was. How like to live one day, a week was ridiculous. And people get into 30 years. Oh, that that was lucky. Like the average lifespan now is 70. Before was like around 30 or 40.
50?
50
30
was
or 40
rare.
was like 30 or 40 was like thousands of years ago.
Depends in certain places because like if we're going back like I want to say thousands of years ago because like a few hundred years ago, people weren't living that long.
They were living to their 50s.
It wasn't that common though.
You sure?
Yeah.
50
The
years
most
ago.
evidence we have, like if we go about like 200 years ago, we're not really sure like the average lifespan of the average person. We know more about the nobles and so on.
Well, 200 years ago, I can see where the 40s and 50s is where you're considered elderly.
Yeah.
I don't think they had a
What-
sewage system like 200 years ago, so that was a big problem when it comes to hygiene.
Oh, wait, hold up. Hold up. Madara, what's going on, man? Y'all still lost in the weeds. The only way you will wait. All right, that's messing me up. The only way that you will wield authority as men again is through a creationist and religious perception of reality, which you will restore as the truth. Why? Wait, why is it the man's fault? Even though it's kind of is, but it's not completely the man's fault.
It's the man's fault because we believe in things like science rather than accepting that reality is what we want it to be and flat Earth is truth.
Hey, I believe in the flat Earth.
Well, I was gonna do another stream on this, but we might as well talk about this right now. Modern women, they rejoice degeneracy, but they are hissing at morality, ethics, and values. I repeat, women are rejoicing degeneracy on some Sodom and Gomorrah type shit, yet they are literally hiding from morality, ethics, values, and stuff like they're vampires hiding from the sun in 2022. Especially when Kevin Samuels passed away. It's funny how all this hate comes out of nowhere. All this complete hate, I'm saying specifically from black women, when the man is not able to come defend himself anymore. Where was that same energy when he was alive? Where was it? Nowhere. None. So, which is, I'm sidetracking. It comes to me. I wonder how many haters I have that are keeping quiet until I come to my grave. Or Undead Chronic goes into his grave.
Well, we
wonder-
know that's going to be a lot for Chronic.
Yeah, a lot.
Why ain't you gonna call in right now and let me know how you really feel?
Well, you could talk back.
Because
Get
you're a
humiliated? No
Because
way.
you're a little bitch. You're a bitch. Okay? No fucking way. It is heinous. And you don't even have to be black to even see the situation when it comes to Kevin Samuels. I'm not saying that you had to agree with his methods. I disagree with the majority of what Kevin Samuels did. And I said it in my previous stream. I disagree with the majority of what he's done. But what the one thing that I do not disagree with him with, and I'm actually an advocate for, he held a mirror to black women's faces and they did not like what they saw. That's why they will forever hate Kevin Samuels for it. They will forever hate him. Forever. Because he exposed how fragile, how insecure, how overweight, how masculine, how combative black women are. And that's why they're the least desirable group of women out of all races. What do you guys have to say about that?
Well, women are children. I mean, that's all I can say. They act very similarly to children.
But
No.
more specifically, black women. What do you guys got to say about that?
Well,
Black
black
women-
women, they don't get the discipline as much. So, they act
Well,
horribly.
which woman does get disciplined? That would be surprising to see in modern day. No,
No, I'd say that you could probably easily say that the amount of discipline a woman receives is proportional to the frequency of the father in the household, and the black community has the fewest fathers in the household per household of any demographic.
I ain't even sure if a father's in the household that's going to change, because there's a lot of men that allow rubbish to go in their house.
Okay, but is there likely to be more or less discipline with a father?
More.
Like, we can't just point the exceptions like, oh, well, some fathers might not discipline their daughters. Like, we're talking like broad averages here. And on average, when you have a father in the household, there's going to be more discipline than in a single mother household.
Yep. Less likely to be on the pole for the daughter and less likely to be out of jail. Not less likely. More likely
In
to
jail.
be out of jail. I'm saying as
Well-
a father being in the home, it's less likely for the son to be in jail, and less likely for the daughter to be on the pole. I completely agree with that.
Well, single mothers, they call the cops, to discipline the children. I find it kind of weird.
Yeah, that's why I say a lot of these single mothers, especially in the black community, because we had the worst single mother epidemic out of all races. They know that they can't control their children, especially their sons. So what do? They kick out their sons at around 15, 16, 17, 18 years old. And it happens all the time. You guys just don't hear about it. That's their last resort. You want to follow my rules, get the fuck out. They are treating their children the exact same way they treated their baby daddy. I'm not wrong about that. They literally are viewing their sons literally the same way as their baby daddies. And when you go to the daughters, oh, don't get me started on how black women treat their daughters. Whew, it is bad. It is bad. I'm not saying all of them, but a good amount of them, they treat their daughters like shit. Why? Because the older they get, they see their own daughters as competition, which is fucking weird. It's weird.
It's weird, but that's the thing. You get it. They don't have a steady male provider, so they are biologically in competition with every other female in the area for provision,
unless they're on-
provision and protection.
It happens. It happens. Ask around, look it up on YouTube. Literally, daughters and mothers are fighting each other because the mother is jealous. Literally, I was shocked myself. The mothers are jealous of the daughters because, especially when they're 18, they are getting more attention from the boyfriend of the mom. Yes, they compete with each other. It is fucking insane. It is insane. I'm like, what? What? So that's why it's very important for biological moms and dads to stay with each other.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna get that again, so don't worry. After the collapse.
Get what after the collapse? I don't expect. When the collapse happens, we're not going to get anything. We're going to have a collapse. There's going to be no buildings being rebuilt for a long period of time. Society won't pop back up until, let's be honest, 40 years later if we actually collapse. Because it's going to take one generation to, let's say, 40 years, yeah, around 40 years. It's going to take 10 years for people to stabilize completely.
Carry on, hold up.
Yep.
You aren't challenging that trend. You're simply allowing that narrative to dominate the map. What the fuck? Wait, hold up. What the fuck am I going to do? How me, that one person? What am I going to do?
No, you gotta you gotta read Madara's entire comment.
It's too late.
Saying you can't just.
I'm done. It's too late. All you gotta do is promote the opposite of truth. I definitely agree, Madara.
Well, I think what he meant is that he. I think what he meant
he's talking about his like flat Earth.
I said I agree.
Okay, Yeetus is a flat earther confirmed.
I said I agree. I was just fucking with you guys.
You're a flat earther now? That's interesting. Nope. He's doing the Logan Paul.
I'm not a Kyrie Irving, okay? I'm not out here saying, oh yeah, the Earth is a whole disc. Yeah, come on.
Well, technically, it looks like a disc if you're looking at it from one direction.
Globes are fake, all lies. The people will eat it up like wait, Madara, hold up. What the fuck, Madara?
Hey, you agree, Yeetus?
I did agree. I was completely wrong. I disagree now.
That's why I said you got to read everything before reacting to him.
I disagree now. Madara,
is he joking?
No, that's the thing. If he's trolling, he's a dedicated fucking troll because he's been spouting the same thing for like well over a month now. Yeetus, you should know what Madara is all about by now.
Madara's cool, like in the sense of he supports the channel, but I don't know if he's serious or not. He has to let me know. He has to let me know.
He's the same guy who was talking about the Mormon stuff, remember?
Yeah, like Yeetus.
Once again, wait, hold up. Once again, he supports the channel. He does.
Yeah, I know, but you got to understand, he's like legit.
I want to know if he's serious or not. That's what I was saying.
I think he's serious.
Yes, Yeetus, he's serious. He's been saying the exact same thing. I want to know,
Madara, type if you're serious or not, because you gotta jump on here right now. I'm gonna debate the fuck out of you. But Ribbit Pirate Frog, my boy Yeetus sounded tipsy. Yeah, I've been drinking since 6. No, not 6:30.
Yeah,
8 o'clock. So I've been drinking for the last 3 hours.
Well, drinking and streaming doesn't really go well with each other. I mean, just in case you want to slip out something unnecessary.
My subscribers are used to it, and believe me, I've been drinking for the longest. Once again, I've been in the military. Like I'm the most fit alcoholic you will ever know. But I've been calming it down with the alcohol. This is the first time I had a drink in fucking forever.
Forever, like in like 2 weeks.
Are you talking about military forever or like actual forever?
No, actually forever.
Forever, like how long? 2 weeks?
A month.
A month?
Yeah.
A month's alone.
So here's what you guys gotta understand if you're in the military, right? You guys understand the military culture, right? Or you don't.
Get drunk, forget it, regret what you did, and repeat.
So,
shoot your boss.
In my perspective, I'm doing a great fucking job. In my perspective.
Well,
once a fucking month?
Yeah, well,
compared to once every fucking day?
Well, once every 10 years.
I'm just putting out there. Every day, compared to once a month, I'm doing a phenomenal job.
Well,
So man, calm it down, drink for 4 hours. 3 hours. 3 hours, man. 3 hours. Oh shit. But when it comes to the entire situation of the Chameleons joined the Redpilled, Chameleons joined the Manosphere, I am not a fan whatsoever, because I'm gonna reiterate, I really don't believe a woman can be truly quote unquote Redpilled, because how can a woman truly understand what a man is going through? How can a woman truly understand male issues? Do you guys got an answer for that?
Through transition, I guess.
Well, no.
Pump themselves full of
no, because even when they transition, they still got privilege. They still got rights way more than heterosexual men.
Closest would be that one woman who like wrote the book Self-Made Man and legit pretended to be a man. And that's the thing. If a woman has an inkling of what it's like to be a man because she's in fucking therapy for the trauma.
What trauma?
The trauma of of being a man, where no one actually gives a shit about how you feel.
Nobody gives a fuck. But when it comes to Transformer going from a female to a male, she will still have that support group compared to a heterosexual man.
There's a difference between being a Transformer who is like out and about a Transformer and a Transformer who is legit passing for a guy and for all intents and purposes is understood as one.
Well, there's not too many that can actually pass as the Transformer.
No.
I think I remember and there was like a newspaper I was watching Joker, Bad Bachelor, and he was reading one of these like newspapers and like about these like two female to male trans people. And like one day like they didn't thought it was gonna be life was gonna be easy. They're gonna get everyone's just gonna accept them and like them because like that's what they've been told. Like, oh, men have it easy. People just listen to them and do what they say, yada yada yada. And when they became it, they got harassed by the police because they were males. And everyone that was like their friends before treated them with a stink eye because they were in like they passed as males pretty well from the pictures I saw.
See, that's my issue with women. They can't. Once again, you guys heard me say it before, they cannot look outside their own bubble, okay? They can't really they can't really comprehend what men truly go through. Even if they pretend to be a man. I forgot what that experiment was. Was it like for a few weeks or whatever, where a lesbian pretended to be a man?
Yeah, that's Self-Made Man, the book.
Self-Made Man. She went straight up depressed. After a few weeks, or I forgot how long, she went straight up depressed. Okay.
Poor girl.
And we call it as a regular fucking Tuesday. Like, they see, I love how they claim that they're better than us, they're stronger than us, they're this and that. The future is women. But as soon as they step into our world, they don't want to be men anymore. I'm like, where is all this penis envy going? I thought you were envious of us. I thought you can be us. Why are you backtracking now?
It's like people that are jealous of people. Yeah, I remember my dad told me never be jealous of someone that's rich because there are two reasons why they're rich. One is that they worked extremely hard and they barely had any time to do anything else. And the other was because they did something that was illegal and they are always launching their back.
Yeetus was hammered on UCW show about Chameleons 5 days ago. You're right. I was pretty fucked up on that one. I was taking a huge swig when it comes to the situation because once again, I do not agree what the majority of what Kevin Samuels did, but I do appreciate that he was one of the only few people that were able to hold black women accountable, hold the mirror to their face and say, hey, you ain't shit. If you don't get your shit together, you're dying alone. So, Alex Davis, you're right. It was around 5 days ago. I did drink some good shit in remembrance of Kevin Samuels, not because of the grifting and shit, but the fact that he is only one of the very few people that call black women out of their bullshit. Why do you think that right after he died, he had one of the most vile backlashes I've ever seen on social media? And I don't know if you guys like what do you guys think about it? Because I was shocked. I was so shocked.
I didn't observe, but I'm not
Chronic is
surprised.
one thing, but what do you guys think about it?
Well,
The other thing is
I
that
kinda
he's definitely not
expected it.
the only one who called them out, but he's definitely the only one I'm aware of that actually was able to get them on stream and call them out to their face and get extremely pushed by the
Popular.
algorithm doing so.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, what about you, Carry On? What do you think about the vile, crazy shit that Kevin Samuel had when it comes to black women trashing him?
I'm not surprised. Like, I know the things that I think about what if I like got really upset about people, and after I think about someone that's never been told that they're wrong, that someone has always been pampered and treated like they're everything they walk on is gold. So it's like, yeah, that person who has got a mirror shown to their face when they believe that they were Aphrodite and it turned out they were Medusa is going to be completely pissed. And they will try and thrash around and try and break the person who was showed them the mirror. So yeah, it makes sense that someone would do that. It's not great, but it's just how humans are.
But it was just so vile, just because he told the truth.
They're already
not
doing stuff
even-
like that before he passed away.
But
just
not even serial killers have that type of hate on social media.
well, just because no one cares about serial killers.
Well, damn.
I mean,
Well,
to be
I'm
fair,
just-
like if they didn't kill someone you knew, you probably don't actually give a shit.
No, but if you knew that that person killed around 40, 50 people, right? I'm just saying hypothetically.
Yeah,
I
but you
understand
don't-
if you
but you
have
don't
that
hate
same
them.
hate for that same
That's-
person.
That's the thing, but like
Not
you don't
hate.
you-
You're like, oh, I'm glad he's dead.
You can be thankful
Because
that
he's
the
a
dude's
a
dead,
serial
but
killer.
That's the thing, but like you don't really care. You're not genuinely happy
No, not
that
care,
he's
but
dead.
it's like, whoa, okay, he killed this many people. All right. I'm glad that he was put on the needle. I'm glad that he's gone.
Yeah, but usually
But
you don't find out until after they're already on the fucking needle.
All right, that's fine. But when it comes to Kevin Samuels saying, hey, black women, you are literally having the most issues out of all races. Out of all races, you're having the most issues. Do better. So here's
80%
what-
single mother rate.
Right. Here's what I say earlier. When it comes to black women, right? Yeah, all women too. Yeah, whatever. Black women, they celebrate degeneracy 24/7. But when it comes to a man, hold them accountable and trying to make sure that they possibly won't die alone, grifting or not, because once again, I don't agree with this grifting bullshit. But he says, hey, fix your shit or die alone. They are scowling. Like they are fucking baffled. They are offended. They are like the audacity of this black man telling me to uphold my standards. As a black man, myself, I was so shocked on how black women reacted to his death. So you're gonna celebrate these rappers over here that's telling you to drink lean, twerk on top of cars, date drug dealers, live in an area where your entire family can possibly get shot at any time, you celebrate that. But when a man tells you, hey, get your shit together, or you're not going to find your partner that's going to stay with you long term, and I mean a partner that's able to hold you down, not some drug dealer, you have so much venom for that man? You guys get where I'm coming from, right?
Women don't like men who try to help them. Plain and simple.
Shit, not just women, black women.
Well, they're addicted to that person, that lifestyle. So like,
It's literally fucking black in the United States.
Well, if someone tries to stop
our huge issue with our community is going to die out very soon because of the mentality I just explained.
Oh, every community, but I guess the black community was a big.
Not just every community. No. Like, I'm telling you right now, the only time that the black community thrived in the United States is literally Black Wall Street. After that, our community was dismantled. I don't know if you know about that, Carry On. But Black Wall Street.
I wouldn't know about Tulsa. I wouldn't know about Tulsa.
Oh, okay. So Black Wall Street is where the black community en masse was able to actually thrive. That was the last time that was able to happen. Now, we are a sorry excuse for a fucking community, in my opinion. What do you have to say about that?
But don't worry, you're still doing somewhat okay. 20% of you.
I believe the black community will die out this century. This century, there won't be no black community.
There won't be American black community. Yeah, I can believe it.
Yeah, American black community. I agree.
Well, what do you define as the black community?
What do you mean? So are you talking about
what exactly? Because sure, I guess the thing. Are you talking about like fucking ghetto lifestyle dying out? Is that a bad thing?
Everybody in masses come together, especially back in the 1940s or 50s, where the black community that was the last time we actually tried our best to look out for each other. Okay, I'm not saying all of us are good, but majority of us, we actually try our best to make sure that our community as a whole thrives. We had our own black movie theaters, our own black stores, our own black everything, okay? Until the situation happened. So
you think segregation is good?
Huh?
So you think segregation's good that way?
I never said that.
That's the thing, but like
I never said white people or Mexicans or whatever it is. I never said they can't come to our neighborhood. I never said that. I never said that they were excluded. Not once. But out of all communities, have you ever heard of the Korean communities being broken apart in the United States? Have you ever heard of the Native community being broken apart when it comes to I'm talking about the tribal, not tribal, the reserves. Okay.
Well, the reserves are basically a ghetto.
I know. But what I'm saying is, do black people truly have a place where they can come together in masses?
Hollywood.
In the United States. That's definitely not the fucking ghetto. No, we don't. So
do they want to?
The last time that's what I'm saying. We fucking don't. Because in the end, who has the majority of custody when it comes to kids? Black men or black women?
We know it's black women.
So when it comes to black women, who do black women cherish? Who do black women worship?
White men.
And on top of that, degeneracy.
Well,
they don't want morals. They don't want morals. They don't want ethics. They don't want values. Yeah, I'm copying Hammerhand. They don't want none of that. They're worshiping these drug dealers. They're worshiping these rappers. They're worshiping these sorry excuse for human beings.
They worship what the media tells them to worship.
Well, that's fine, but after decades, they know what the fuck they're doing.
No, okay, look, I'm willing to bet that if
no,
you
they
took
don't.
every one of these shitty fucking influencers
What I'm saying is,
off of television right now, if you took them
with
all off
me-
right now and put them on, black women would turn on a fucking dime.
with me, even with educated black women, they want degeneracy.
All women
fine.
want degeneracy.
But no. Black women, they want degeneracy. Even when they met with the dude like me, educated, good paying job, degree.
And drunk.
What does me being drunk have to do with it?
Look,
Andrew.
Yeetus, a desire for
No, I'm
degeneracy.
serious. Hold on, wait. Why do black women still reject me when I'm literally the exact person that they claim that they're looking for in a black man?
Because that's not what they're looking for. They're looking for their
Exactly,
parents.
and this is in masses in the black
Yes.
community.
But-
Black.
Okay,
No. I don't care about the white, native, Asian. No, I'm talking about black community.
okay,
That's
but
why
you're
we
talking
are
like it's
literally-
only the black
wait, hold up.
community.
I didn't say
It's
it was-
mostly right now, though.
okay. I
The
didn't
black
say it was the
community
only.
is
Did I?
like the black community is like a testing ground.
No.
For, like,
Did I say it was the only gray?
You keep emphasizing it as though it's the
Because
only
I'm
one.
trying to focus it on just the black community.
Well, I think you're the only black guy here, so
So why can I emphasize?
I mean,
So
I'm
we-
kind of proud
the rest of us
myself,
don't have any
so-
fucking experience. So if you want a monologue, you can
So
monologue,
why
but we
can I
can't get a dialogue.
emphasize without you saying, "Oh, it's not just black people"? Let me emphasize because that was the whole issue with the Kevin Samuels. Am I right or wrong?
Do you want me to be able to contribute, or do you just want me to listen? Because I can just listen.
I'm going to contribute.
No, dude, I can't
But-
fucking contribute if it's just about the black community because I don't know shit about it. I can
So
just
what I'm
basically agree
saying
with what you
is,
say.
if you follow my logic, do you agree or disagree?
I
Not
don't
just
have a
adding
fucking
other
opinion.
races
I just gotta fucking agree because I don't have anything to say otherwise here.
You can say, "I don't know."
I think you're kind of tipsy right now, so
No shit. You can say, "I don't know." So when it comes to the black community in the United States, oh
Quiet.
fucking hell. So when it comes to the black community, right? We have a huge issue to the point where we don't have a community. We don't. And the communities that we have, it's not a good one. It's not at all. You can talk to any other black content creator that's within our manosphere or sphere. You can talk to any of them. They're even Kevin Samuels himself. We truly do not have a core community that we can fall back on.
I guess that could be the same for like one other group in America, and that'll probably be the natives. But that's them.
They don't have a community they can fall back on. I agree.
But that's
But
because
I'm talking about black.
oh yeah. But that's because there's just so much shit that went on, and everyone's not gonna cause like the reason why there's so much single mothers is because there was a period of time where there was like a lot of bummy. I'm gonna be honest, there were bummy black men at a period of time that were just going around and just sleeping with whoever they want to in the 70s, and this
Right.
caused a boom of single mothers to be popping around. One man would have 2 families, probably 3 at times, and birth control or supposed birth control was like, oh yeah, I'll get rid of the child. I have birth control, and it didn't happen. He was bang. You have 2 children. You didn't raise them under like 2 families, and you didn't raise them under one house. So you were only at one family because you were married to this woman for like, so you couldn't go with your mistress and raise your children there or your bastards there because they were unmarried, and yada yada yada. And these women were most likely hanging around like deadbeats or people that were like druggies or crap like that or gang members, because even like they didn't have to be like modern gang members, but still there were still gang members or shit like that. And they got that hang on after the moms told the children about that, and the children were police around those bad neighborhoods, and they implemented those people that were around them, which were probably poor people and gang members, and they implemented that, and it grew and grew until the black community now today is an implement of a lot of bad traits that were picked up from the 70s to now, maybe a little bit further back to maybe the 60s too. As like gangs from like the Irish, the Italian, the Jewish, all those gangs and the black gangs were just interbred with the black community. Prostitution was also that was a major part of the black community for a period of time. So that's just been the idea of the black community. And the only ways that those people probably got out was sports or music. So that's why sports and musicians are seen as the most highly sought after people. If you were smart, you're more likely to get going after in those times. So they didn't emphasize like people to be intelligent. So yeah, that's what happened, and that's why we have the black community today. But those traits are also blooming and spreading off into other communities. I say the last communities to truly be affected by this would probably be the Asian community, and the Asian community would probably be the last ones, and probably the Middle Eastern. So it will definitely go from the Hispanic community to the white community to the Middle Eastern community, then to the Asian community last. We're already seeing the effects right now we're already seeing the effects in the Hispanic community. I'm not now seeing the effects in the white community as a large. With feminism going,
it just irks the fuck out of me that people think that there truly isn't a horrible danger when it comes to the black community as a whole. Because what the fuck does the black community have?
Well, the black community doesn't have anything.
Besides, I know there's a few successful black people. Don't get me wrong.
Well, yeah, you can say there's a few successful.
But once they get successful, they don't even bother whatsoever to help the community anymore. I don't blame them either. I don't blame them, because any black person that goes back to the, well, that's what I'm saying. I was just getting that. I was getting there. Any person that becomes successful, especially multi-billionaire, billionaire, such as Jay-Z, they don't go back to the hood. They don't want to go back to the hood because they already know what's going to happen to people that become successful and moves out of the hood. What issue is that in other communities?
Probably the Hispanic community, probably the closest one.
Hispanic community is the closest one, but I personally don't believe it's not as bad as the black community, because once you are successful and move out of your hood, you can't go back, and if you do, it's only a matter of time. Especially with the rapper Young Dolph that died recently, he got shot up going to a cookie store.
Why did he stay? Well, that's just like you don't.
That's his choice. Yeah, it's his fault.
Well, you don't wash yourself and get back into the dirty bed that you were just in.
Exactly, but I'm just saying, like, what emphasis the problems that the black community has when it comes to that compared to the rest of the races?
Well, it's like technically, let's say we can see in the stages so far. I guess let's go for the white community since it's the largest community and there's in America, and you get to see a large diversity, even in Canada too, because there's a lot of similarities there too. So and in England too. So we can see that people that are lower and poorer generally they're women when they grow up. They are hardcore feminists. Even if they don't go and march and dress like that, they are still going to be hardcore feminists, even if they don't look like a feminazi. And if you go on more further than that, you get to see like middle class women that they are the feminazis, because they are taught that the world is dangerous. Men are the predators. They always hunt you down. They're always going to belittle you. They're always going to treat you like shit. So they're being taught that they never actually get to see people actually doing shit. Even if they do get to see a few crappy people, they're going to base their life on that and just say, oh yeah, what I was told was true. Even if they see good people, majority of people are generally, how to say it, neutral. So they're not bad or good in any sense of a way. They're just,
But
I try to protect myself and my family and
it
so on.
irks the fuck out of me that people think that what's happening in the black community is not a big deal.
Well, it
If
is
you
a big
guys
deal.
dealt with the black women, the African American women that African American men had to deal with in 2022 and decades earlier, you guys will truly understand what's going on. But of course,
Well,
you guys
I
never
wouldn't
really
know the same situation
right.
since
I
I
agree.
wasn't
That's what I'm
born in
saying.
America.
You guys would truly would understand.
But I
in the
have,
end,
I
why
have
do you think that
seen
there's a
evidence of it.
stereotype? Why do you think there's a stereotype of black women having the worst attitude and the worst combative behavior? That's a stereotype.
Well, stereotypes are based on a select group of people in a period of time that never was updated. That's why
I
I
wouldn't
see
even
it
say
as.
select. It is very common.
Well,
Very common. You can
it was common at one point sometimes.
in
Like, that's
2022 it's
say-
very common.
Well, yeah, that's like saying, well, it's like saying all Italians are mob bosses or some shit like that. It was like a snapshot of period where
Well,
all Italians
being
were
mob
like,
bosses is completely different than having a very
I
masculine combative behavior.
know. I'm just saying, like, stereotypes aren't always correct, but sometimes they are. Sometimes the people don't change, or they get worse into it, or they fall deeper into that stereotype.
Speaking of culture, England MGTOW, that's why I'm hyped for Kendrick Lamar's new album that's coming out in a few days. No, it's coming out tonight. Oh shit! What the fuck? I'm hyped for Kendrick Lamar's album, and his album is called Culture. Actually,
Well, black people in America lost their culture.
we
well,
have no culture.
well, you guys did have a culture. It's just that it's rarely pushed back and denied and not cared for. It's a withering plant right now, and what you guys are feeding and paying attention to is this shit, the Cardi B's, the gang raps, all that stuff.
Megan Thee Stallion and all that crazy stuff.
Megan, it's just crazy.
But hey, channel 1800 Dump. I saw you donate like 5 freaking times. Thank you very much for your donations, man. I know you're just trying to get into the conversation when it comes to the black community situation, but at least when it comes to me, it's a very serious situation because I am definitely sick of people trying to downplay what's truly going on.
I don't
I
think
am
people are
very sick
downplaying.
of that shit.
I just think most people wouldn't know. It's like it's hard to tell what's happening in a different country unless you have actually been there or have someone. Well, even if you have someone there talking about it, you won't see the full evidence because you're not experienced everything. You're not experienced the smell, the sounds. You're not seeing the people and so
Right.
on.
I'm gonna ask somebody right quick. England MGTOW,
Hey,
what is going on, man?
how you doing?
I am doing phenomenal, actually. I am talking about a certain issue that certain people aren't too comfortable about talking about, right?
Yeah. Mhm.
What do you have to say about the situation?
I've been sitting here listening to it, and I know that there are, other people from other countries, and I think that the biggest problem right now is culture, and it is how we've been. We're blacks, we're whites, we're Mexicans, we're from all different cultures, but we are just supposed to be forced, pushed together to live together without really being able to take the time to appreciate each other's cultures. And I think culture is a very important thing, and
Yes.
that we ought to be able to take the time out to experience somebody's culture, experience their food, and shake a hand and then go away. and then eventually you build a friendship.
No, that's not how you build a country. That's how you build a communities and so on. But that's how you build a country. To build a country, you take multiple different.
Don't you think community is more important than a country?
Well, a country is a community, but a country has a unified community and culture.
Before you guys
to a large
continue,
extent.
I'll be right back. Continue, carry on.
Yeah. So the idea of how people built countries before was that there would generally be one group of people who had the turn of culture and so on, and they dominated and took over other people's culture and brought them in. After a period of time, they will mix together. They wouldn't mix together straight away, but slowly they will mix together. It become a melting pot. So like much as America is, and after they will hammer out a culture that they are like the Romans. Rome was not as technologically advanced as the Gauls and the Germanic tribes. The Germanic tribes were more advancing equipment than the Romans at a period of time. But when they started to invade and meld with the people and they settled them in, they took their weapons and their equipment and their tools and they fused them together and made Rome that we see it now today. Like the Rome of before is not the Rome of that we know, the idea of the legions, all this stuff and that. This is the idea of multiple different cultures came together and were hammered out into one unified idea. That's not happening in America.
Okay, no, this is the thing, Angler, with how you put it together. The problem is you say, Gilles, sample all this stuff, then shake hands and go our separate ways. That's not how you create a successful society.
Yeah.
You meet together, share your food and stuff, then you bang and crossbreed.
Yeah,
you don't go away. You don't go away. You don't isolate, because like that's the difference between fucking like the integrate. Like if you want to, here's a straight up comparison: the integration of the native populations in Canada and the U.S. versus Mexico.
Yeah, they're on
because the Spanish banged the Aztecs, and now we have Mexicans, and they share both Spanish and Aztec culture. And it's all one new culture. Whereas in the US and America, you have the native culture and you have the white culture, and they're constantly fighting.
Yeah.
So
you talking about
society or hold on, everybody. Gray, that's the thing. Yeah, the fighting. You know, how do you overcome that part?
You bang. You just fight. Exactly. You either kill the other one or you breed it out. There is no long-term cooperation between distinct cultures. That's a fantasy.
Well, that doesn't seem reasonable.
That's reality. Reality does not care what's reasonable.
Wait, hold on. That's why arranged marriages were beyond important, at least back in the day. That was beyond important because arranged marriages is not just because, oh, I love that guy. No, it's literally to create some type of bridge and cohesion between two kingdoms or tribes or whatever you want to say it.
So Gray and Carry On, are we saying that that culture is out the window?
No, culture is important. Culture, okay, for this, let's say when you get married, generally in a good marriage, there are two distinct people that come together and become one. That's what's supposed to happen. They have distinct family cultures, and their cultures are supposed to come together and become one culture. They hammer out make sure it comes in a shape that they want, that can suit both of them to the best possible degree. Their children will be the mix of the two cultures and the two distinct people becoming one. And their children are the mix of two cultures and two different genetic families.
Sure.
That's what's supposed to happen with nations. But America did not follow that technique because segregation and all that bullshit and so on. The best thing to do...
Well, Carry On, I think that we want to, but there's so much goddamn propaganda.
Well, yes, so much bullshit. Fucked up because you guys have done this, like your country's like 200 years old at least now. Like if you were going to do this the best, you guys should have done this earlier. And like if you think about it, most European countries,
Yeah.
They are
Yeah.
made from multiple different tribes. Like English is a hybrid language. It is made out of Gaelic, Germanic, and French. So those are three languages that have fused together to make English. The people in England might all look the same to a certain degree, but there are, like, you could definitely say, like, certain people are more likely to be from one culture than the other or whole country. But if they've been there for a long period of time and they have mixed and so on like that, they all see each other as English because that's what they became. They have mixed so much that the original identity has been lost, and it has been fused into one new idea. It's like making an alloyed metal, like steel or
It's
brass.
like same thing with Italy. A whole bunch of different cultures, genetic groups. Like they kept getting together. Like the reason that Italians are so animated with their hands when they talk is because there was such a verbal language barrier. They had to create a gestural language to communicate, to bypass it, and that's become a part of their culture today. But you can't genetically segregate your populations and only stick to your kind and hope for a cohesive whole. And that's what's happening now in like these supposedly melting pot communities. Is like the Polish stay with their people, the Ukrainians stay with their people, the Russians stay with their people, the blacks stay with their people, the English stay with their people, and all you have is just a bunch of competing cultures, and the only way that ends is violence and conflict where one just annihilates all the rest.
Oh,
So
that's
the choice, you either
Great.
breed it and blend it all together, or one has to kill off all the others. That's how
I'm gonna
it's
stop
going
you
to
guys
end.
right now. Mr. Pliskin, thank you very much for your generous donation. I saw your donation recently. I don't have my stuff up, but in the end, thank you for supporting Sir Yeetus and the Warband. I'm gonna use that money for some good stuff. You're gonna see it soon. You will. But Anglo MGTOW, what are you gonna say?
I was going to talk to Gray and say that, Gray, you sound like I do not mean this disrespectful whatsoever, because I really respect I listen to you all the time on here. And Yeetus, I love hearing you two going back and forth. But you're more of a realist, and I think I'm more of a hopeful person.
Well, you could have your hope, but hope win the battle of save nations or build nations. Like, how many people had hope in this life? Like, we can say people in 1984, 1940 or something like that. They had hope. Like, the Jews in 1940 had hope. They had a large amount of hope that something would happen. But that hope did not save them or do anything to benefit them.
Carry on as well.
So are you saying hope as in probability wise or possibility? Because there's a difference. So
Possibility.
Possibility?
Like, that's the
Okay.
thing.
Yeah.
Can you name one successful culture, like one successful society or country, which held multiple different ethnic groups and cultures within it and did not fall due to the segregation?
No.
Because I know there's a couple of ancient civilizations that tried to do that.
Yeah.
I forgot the names. Fuck.
Like your idea of it, Angler, it is a temporary, transient phase.
No, it's not none. There's a
and
few.
should not be desired to be permanent, because it will just lead to conflict and bloodshed the longer it goes on.
So what about that one, Gray?
But
Ideally,
at the
Gray.
same time, maybe we
Ottoman
can.
Empire.
Sorry.
Ottoman
The
Empire.
Ottomans were all Muslim.
But so is it with ethnics or religion?
They had the same culture, and they were all like, they were just. It doesn't have to be ethnic, but it has to be cultural. The cultural one is the most important one. Ethnic doesn't really.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just putting it out there.
They don't have to all look the same. They have to all have a culture, and after, like, it's going to be hard if you have an empire for people to look the same, especially if it's
So is
expanding
that
like
why
big
the
continents.
U.S. survive for
but,
that
like,
long because of the culture?
No, the
no,
US
but,
is
think
not.
about it like, okay, you would not say that someone from New York is the same as someone from the Midwest, is the same as someone from Texas, is the same as someone from Washington. You have your own cultures
No, not the
across the
complete
country.
same. No.
That's the thing, but you're all American. The Ottomans were all part of the Ottoman Empire. They all followed the same religion. Like
Right.
there's
Once again, I'm not disagreeing with you guys. I'm just putting it out there.
okay, I'm pointing out there's a level of tolerance that can be accepted, but when you have a variety of distinct cultures as we have now, which is emphasized due to how easy it is to transport massive distances across the globe. Like, it is stupidly easy. And now you have these enclaves rather than being integrated into the additional society. So much emphasis has been put on preserving every single culture down to the most minor detail.
Sure.
So it's become a fucking massive piece of patchwork. There's no unity, there's no cohesion.
Yeah.
And it's falling apart. It's not cooperating. We're seeing
So
all
it
the
says that
conflicts along these lines.
The Ottomans had Christians as well.
So,
yeah.
Can
not
you guys
really.
agree that that maybe culture is a place to at least shake hands?
In the beginning, shaking hands is like the dating.
That's the start, but it's not the end. The end is interbreeding.
It's similar to the Warband, okay? The Warband, we all have different type of point of views when it comes to the situation, whether you guys believe it or not. Every member of the Warband, we don't have the exact same view on how things should be, but in the overall spectrum, we do have enough similar ideas that we can agree on a certain cohesion, on a certain idea, if you guys get what I'm talking about.
Well, if you're going to talk about the Warband, you have your own certain type of lingo, which could be a pseudo language to a certain degree.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like the Warband, we don't completely agree on everything. We definitely do not agree on everything.
Well, even if you don't agree on anything, no, that is a family, but a family has certain cultures that they follow and certain words that they will all use and each gestures and so on. So that's what the Warband is right now. It's a small, technically, if you're going to compare it to any like type of thing that's not on the internet, it'd be a clan right now that's growing. But after a period of time, there will be a point that you guys won't disagree as much because you will know, like, okay, this is what he believes, this is what it is. But generally, we have a certain idea as a Warband. It has solidified and it has become a crystallized idea that the Warband means this, this, this. And now you're under like no hymen, no diamond. That's probably one of the key tenets of the Warband, like any idea or religion or so, or you want to say whatever.
Right.
But after a period, like, that's not what's happening with America. Like, it was happening to a period of time. Like, America as a whole was, I wouldn't say all of America, but certain like places in America, they would like generally for white America, there was like idea of this is America, freedom, liberty, and American dream, or whatever you want to say. And that was the idea for a period of time. It broke under, I'm not sure what period because I need to do more history in America. And after it broke, the people just split apart and they started to drift further and further away. Now, where the people on are getting played by the governments with their right and left hands doing whatever they want, they're doing, and that's what's happening right now. But also in that, there's because we're gonna be honest, the white majority of America are the large population. But after that, there are small populations that disagree with the larger population, and the larger population is fractured itself and it's not really crossing each other and not melding into this one color. It's like you have multiple colors at one point and they're all trying to fight each other to become the dominant color. And even if there's like two colors of blue, the two blue colors hate each other because, oh, you're not as dark as the other blue, or you're not as light as the other blue, or you don't have certain amount of green or certain amount of red. And it's like, that's what's happening right now in America. You're a melting pot.
Carry on. Okay.
Carry on.
Before we continue,
Sorry.
Thank you guys, all 6 of you guys that are still here watching at around midnight my time. I definitely appreciate that you take your time to listen to our shenanigans, because in my opinion, I think it's fun. I think it's interesting. All right, I don't gotta be all oh, let me tiptoe all around, may say some good word. Nah, fuck that. All right, we're able to actually be honest with each other. What'd you say, Angler?
You are the best of the Warband. Keep going.
Oh, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that.
I would.
But I'm about to add 3 more people. Are you guys cool with that?
I'm fine.
Hey,
No, I don't give a fuck.
Or you
What did
don't
I
care?
say? Green. Who said like? What did I say? Green. Channel 8.
Did I say green?
No, I said green. I'm not sure I said green. I'm not
Oh.
sure.
you said green when you were talking about the difference between the shades of blue and how they were arguing.
Oh, yeah.
Shit.
If
I
I
don't
got to
remember
drop
that.
out to let somebody else in, just say the word.
Well, they could
Oh
be.
no, I
blues and
got
green.
plenty of room. I got room.
Well, they could be greens with a tint of blue, or blue again, tint of green.
But carry on. I really think it. I don't know. It's just a feeling. I think about this stuff all the time, and I think that it comes down to culture. It has to
yeah,
happen first.
I'm not denying, but what you said is just the beginning. Like, you don't just jump into marrying someone. You date them. You feel out what they are. Okay, I'm gonna date you. I'm going to go to a place that's neutral. I'm going to go to a place that you like, and I'm going to see. Oh, I like this. I don't like that, but I can bear with it. So like that's what it is. Like,
yeah, sometimes you don't gotta agree on everything. It just
Right.
like what you guys said earlier. If as long as you guys agree on the core tenets, it should be able to work.
Yeah, I think it just comes down to being able to shake a hand and
I agree.
yeah,
I'm not saying that's the only
reverse
thing
step.
that you need to do. I'm not saying that that's the only thing that you need to do. But like what Carry On just said right now, that's the first step.
Yeah.
It's the
What
first
else
step
you
in the dance that we call fucking life, and it's like right now everyone's dancing to different songs and different steps and different cultural dances. So
Right.
one person's doing ballet while someone's doing like break dancing, some bullshit like that, and you're watching like, what the fuck is going on? And that's what's happening right now. People are
Hey,
just like
Kieran.
accepting. Yeah.
You got a question.
What?
Do you see it on the screen?
Oh my
Yeah,
days.
carry on. You get asked every time. Are you
Okay.
replicating fish?
Maybe I am. Maybe I am.
You gotta say waffling.
Waffling.
Jesus,
That's fucked up.
trash already. Trash.
Well, trash. I could say trash like that. I mean, trash.
No, I just say that's what fish says. Trash already. Trash. Look! You already got. Look, I'm waffling. You sound very similar to him. Carry on.
Well, you sound like every
Hopefully-
black guy I heard in America, but I'm gonna say that.
That is completely wrong. Carry on, because
Oh,
not
well,
every black
that's-
man, not every black man sounds educated like me in America. Let's keep it real.
Yeah, you sound like a black
I'm not
guy that's
wrong.
went to school and left school. Okay,
Well, yeah, you act like it's a bad thing.
but what's the
It's
one
not a
culture
bad
thing? No, it's not. It's not.
I'll be the
I
next
guess-
Obama. I don't care.
I do we say that? Fuck them niggas. But besides,
Hey, carry on.
So you trying to speak those Ebonics? You were horrible at it. Not gonna lie.
I
Carry
didn't try
on.
Ebonics.
Bro hug.
I
I'm
don't
giving
just
you a
speaking
big
Ebonics.
fucking hug right now.
I don't speak
Big
Ebonics.
old,
I
a big old
speak-
chubby
You
white
just
man
did.
giving you a hug.
Oh man, I feel like I'm in school again.
Oh, fuck out of here.
I had a big Polish friend.
God damn it. Carry on. God damn it. Okay. England, what were you saying? Because I did interrupt you.
Oh, I was just joking.
Oh, you just joking? Like
Yeah.
Tone loves her. Here comes the racism. Yeah, Carry On.
What
Yeah.
racism? It's not racism. if it's against countries, that would be xenophobia. Xenophobia is what the Chinese are. Chinese are number
Okay,
one. That's
okay, yeah, you xenophobia.
I know my phobias and all that stuff.
Shit. I'm fucking crying right now.
I'm mastered in the way of the feminist and SJW. I'm a black belt and a purple belt at the same time.
Carry on is gonna get a hug from Santa. Well, what does that even mean?
Sound was Turkish, actually.
Oh shit, 4 people. Hold up. Give me a second before I start adding people in.
Carry on.
Andrew, George,
I have a question for you.
what's going on?
Was that to make sure her face didn't fall off?
Uh-oh. Here we go.
Yes. Okay, interesting. You know what I find interesting? The 2 women on this panel. that
George,
seem
I
to
can
have the
hear
most
you.
problems Are the women
2
in the
women?
middle? Not only that, the 2 women in
George.
the middle are the
I'm
only
not a
women.
woman.
I only know them from movies where they played strippers.
Carry on. Are you a woman? Gray,
George,
are you
what the
a woman?
fuck?
I think he's watching a something.
He's watching Replicant Fish.
I
Hello.
know.
Shit, I'm here.
I don't sound like it.
I was like, what the fuck was that?
I knew.
But legit
Oh, hello. Can you guys hear me?
was yes, I can definitely hear you, man. What's going on?
Hey, what's up, guys? How you guys
How you
doing
doing?
tonight?
Pretty
How you
good.
doing?
Yourself?
Oh yeah, I'm
Phenomenal.
doing amazing. I'm loving what I'm hearing because honestly, most of it, nah, all of it is the truth to me. And the part where Gray was talking about how countries, and cultures have to mix together
Yeah.
through breeding or kill each other off, I honestly agree with that. And Angler, honestly, I don't think that's a bad thing. When you were explaining that they're realists, you're like, I think you're an idealist is what you were trying to say. Like you have an ideal that, you're hopeful that we can all be peaceful with each other. But honestly, I think the beautiful part about our cultures mixing together is that we all evolved in the end, because like a culture meshing isn't really that bad if you really think about it, because we take parts from all of the cultures and make a more stronger and unified culture. And it's not like they completely die out. There's still, little, nuanced things that all the cultures that take from each other, like
But
little
hey,
small things that
legit.
exist.
The
Yeah.
countries today is pretty much tribalism, but with extra steps.
Yeah. No, I do understand where you're coming from, especially with, the segregation that you guys were just touching up upon previously. It does seem like that, like, my tribe against your tribe, his tribe against, our tribe.
No, you make a really good point, and it's never been put to me like that. I'm
Yeah.
trying to figure this out, so I appreciate your perspective. Thank you.
Yeah. I mostly listen, but whenever I have a chance, I definitely like to how do you say help people understand each other. As I'm listening to you guys, some of the points doesn't get
Goddamn,
across.
brother.
So,
If we can make people understand each other, we'd be in good shape. So yeah, you're on the right track.
yeah, I just wanted to be the middleman and kind of pave the way for what you were trying to convey to each other.
Yeah.
Well, here, I don't personally, even when I was growing up, okay, I I don't give 2 shits where you came from. I really don't. As long as you're not, as long as you're not a fucking dick, I'm cool with you. I'm cool with people from around the world. Around the world. Can
I'm
anybody
saying,
really say the
yeah.
same?
including Aborigines.
I don't know what that is, but
Basically they have like they
Yo.
have like subhuman DNA in them, and they live in Australia.
oh, hell no! What the fuck?
What?
Wait a
I
minute.
don't know. I don't know what that
Subhuman
is.
DNA. Well,
Yeah, what they call them.
after Yeet's done, I think we should talk about this.
No, fuck that. No, that's no.
You know,
Okay,
like,
I'm cool with people from various states. I'm cool with people from Alaska, Hawaii. I'm cool with people from Japan, South Korea, Indonesia, Philippines, Thailand, Malaysia, Taiwan, not China. I haven't been in China yet. Poland, Germany, Austria, and I can't even remember the rest of the fucking cameras. But
basically,
in the
if
end,
they're cool, they're cool.
they're cool. They're cool. I still can't
Yeah.
comprehend my fucking mind. I don't know if it's a new concept. I don't give a fuck where you from. I don't give a fuck what color you are. As long as you're not a little bitch, we could be cool.
Me too.
That's just me.
Yep.
Yeah.
I guess it was
Like shit. I'm cool with people that were fucking from the Caucasus Mountains. They're pale as shit. Okay, I thought they were vampires.
And
Hey, don't
that's,
talk about me like that.
that's important
No,
to adopt.
we're best of friends. We're best of friends. Angler, what'd you say? What'd you say, Angler?
Sorry, I was laughing. I think that's an important thing to adopt. You know, to be able to, make friends with people, no matter who they are. I mean, it doesn't matter if you're cool with each other. You're cool with each other, and
yeah, I agree with you, but there has to be a limit. See, that's the thing that most countries are fucking up. Well, Western countries are fucking up with now. They're going to.
I don't have
let's
to
say the
agree with
progressive.
everything.
Yeah, the progressive and the conservative, they are both needed. If a country becomes too insular or conservative to a certain degree, it can stagnate and be invaded by other cultures or countries or beliefs and so on. That's why they want fresh
that's a
water
really
to
good
come.
point. Yeah,
That's why they want fresh water to come in. But if you're too progressive, you've seen what we have now, where cultures are just coming in and coming in and coming in. No one's blending in and becoming one culture, and it's becoming a mess. And they're fighting in they're having like petty wars and so on like that, like they're having now.
Well, carry on. What you just described, I think, is a very good example of politics getting involved in our friendships and getting involved in our everyday life when politics has no fucking place in our everyday life.
It's not just politics, because there is something that is undeniable that you can't really separate from everyday life, and that's economics. The only reason that politics has any control over it is because they break up who gets what economic benefits by race.
Sure.
Is that Sea of Thieves on your screen?
Yes.
Hey yo.
This dude. Anyway, George.
Yeah.
I don't think you've talked yet. What do you have to say to? What do you got to say?
I wanted to mention earlier about how y'all put it together about the black community. That was spot on. But to a degree, though, I'll openly admit, when it comes to Africans associating with Black Americans, we don't associate with them 100% of the time because of lack of knowledge and lack of understanding of certain topics.
Oh, you talking about actual Africans, like from Africa?
Yeah. You see, like how in other you see how in other races like Latinos and Europeans, the descendants of their race, like they have an understanding of like where they came from, right? And they understand their culture and how they get down, right?
Right.
When it comes to blacks and Africans, it's a totally different story. It's like a lack of knowledge on both sides. So that's mainly what it is. I mean, one side understands where they come from, but the other side doesn't. So it gets really.
I'm gonna keep it real. I've been over there to Africa as well. How do I say? I wouldn't say majority, but a decent amount. They don't really like African Americans.
George, over here, how do we break that barrier? Is it even possible?
I would say
it took decades for them to come to Africa, so it'll take decades for them to understand like their true culture. So I'll put it to y'all like that.
I would say, yeah, I think it's possible.
Right.
Not immediately, but I do see that it is definitely possible in the future to African Americans to actually try to have some cooperation from people from Africa.
George,
I do believe that there will be a big change within the next 10 years when it comes to this situation.
Yeah,
George,
that's why people in the Caribbean are the best.
For people to at least shake hands at this point in time, to at least start to break some bread, or is it too early?
The process is just starting.
I think it's never too early. I don't think it's too
I
early.
think it's not
It's the
the right
fact
time
that
right now.
They believe that how do I say, African Americans and actual Africans, we can't really relate per se, right? Because at least in their land, they never really had to experience being carried away to a foreign land to pick cotton and stuff, right?
And that's the
So-
thing. White people can't either. We don't understand that. We've never been through that. And
I
the
do
open-minded
acknowledge-
ones.
I do acknowledge there's
No, hold on. The open-minded ones, we want to try to understand that.
Okay, no, like,
Oh,
keep
you
in
heard about
mind.
There were
Irish-
some white people,
Okay,
like
okay,
the
like,
but the Irish though, the Irish.
yeah, like, there's been
They-
plenty of
Yeah,
white slaves
there
throughout
were
the
Irish
years.
slaves, and I
What'd
have
you say,
Irish.
Greg?
And okay, and here's the other thing. There might be a bit of resentment because keep in mind, it's not like the white people came over with butterfly nets. They were sold. So
We were
these
sold by our
descendants
own
of-
people. But
So
No,
that's
tell
the
me
thing,
about
it's
the
like
same
going-
people.
It's like you're
That's
talking
true,
about
you-
going back
yeah.
and breaking
Sold by our own
bread
people.
with the descendants of the people who sold you into who sold your ancestors into slavery. There's going to be a bit of tension there.
When you put it that way, I didn't think of that way, Gray. Now I see why there's
Bit of tension.
even more of a like attention. Yeah, I see. But in my opinion, I understand that the ancestors were fucked up, but right now with 2022 and beyond, I don't see why. I don't see why we can't.
Well, I know why.
2022.
Because can I tell you guys why? Because as someone that's from England and from the Caribbean at the same time, I'm kind of in the middle of the room between like African Americans and Africans from the continent of Africa. Reason why is that Africans see Americans how most people see Americans, especially Black Americans: loud, untrained, gang members, dumb, and annoying. That's how you guys are portrayed throughout media.
Can I throw
Like,
arrogant in there?
yeah,
Engler.
arrogant. Yeah, that's how you're portrayed throughout media, and people in Africa see that, and they're like, "Well, I don't want my children or me to be around people like that. That will give me a bad name and put like unwanted attention on me." So that's why they don't
I
want to
gotta-
be surrounded by like African Americans.
I gotta interrupt you right quick. I'm throwing in the truth card, and Dragon Slayer said it. Don't care if I'm hated. Africans sold the black to us. Not all of us, but a good amount of us. After they took the ones
Most.
they wanted from the villages they raided, we didn't exactly chase them with nets. Not all of us, but a good amount of us. You guys.
Only
did.
the Portuguese did that. Only the Portuguese went inland and actually stole people. The rest of the other Europeans didn't do that from the information that we have so far.
Carry
I
on.
agree that it was very exaggerated on how they say that, oh, the white people invaded Africa and they were just yanking people and just yeeted them onto the boats. Like, no. That the amount of slaves that they got, there was no way that a random fucking white conquerors were just running around like it was a safari and throwing nets on people. No, somebody had to organize that in the first place to make
Carry
them
on.
take that many
Are you
slaves.
sure they didn't catch people like freaking Pokemon back then?
Well,
Carry
I
on.
wouldn't be. I think it'd be
Yeah.
hilarious.
yeah, and keep
Carry
in
on.
mind they weren't the only ones doing it either. It's just that the other ones didn't allow them to settle and breed.
Yes.
Yeah, South America, they did. The South American black slaves are all mostly dead. That's why they had like
and
most
right.
of the slaves imported from Africa went to South America
Hey,
and
can-
they drained them.
Hey, everybody chill for a second. Everybody chill.
All right.
Frank.
Hello. Can you hear me, guys?
Yes, I can.
Yes.
My bad.
Hey,
You
Frank.
didn't get carried away.
Okay. What does my shirt say?
UN.
United
UN.
Nations. Sim.
United
Sim.
Unsim or unsim.
He's like, let me turn my torso.
You've seen it now. But now, story. We got it from a mutual brother of ours, big brother, big brother, like a mountain. But this man, and we all know who we're talking about, he sent me 2 And so yesterday it arrived. Thursday arrived on my time zone. And he sent me 2. So the other one I gave to my estranged boy. And so now he's got an unsimp. We know who this is. And I guess I reckon, mate, we should do more stuff like this because we can filter up money to the brothers and just all do that better. But now
doing the T-shirt thing,
bro. Merch. Yeah.
I don't need the money. I don't need the fucking money. So I can definitely give it to people that definitely needs it for sure.
That's good, bro. It's part of life, and that's a good thing. So, okay, I've taken my camera off now. I don't care about it. I'm not. Thanks for your respect, brother. I mean, some people want to be seen. Father Saunders is going to the toilet all the time. What's he doing?
Gray is just trying to survive over there, trying to steer a fucking boat.
Yeah, that's right.
I think what's most important is that look at all of us here tonight. Hanging out, talking shit, and making sense.
Everybody that's in the chat right now, everybody right now, put a 1 in the chat if you want TFM to come back.
I can put it in the private.
No,
anger.
It's going to be good for your channel.
Put a 1 in the chat if you want TFM to come back.
You sure about that?
Because I have his contact information. I can contact him anytime.
I don't know how to do that.
Oh, look, he's at 1, of course. Get the fuck out of here. There's no 2? Oh, I didn't even give a 2 option. But Frank, when it comes to the topic, right? When women they go into the manosphere claiming that they're red pill and stuff, Gray and everybody else, they saw the information that I sent them, where there's literally women claiming that they're red pill, but they speak nothing about red pill issues. So, can women truly be red pill?
I saw that. This is my 4th chat for today, and I saw that the thing you posted up there, bro. And I answered no, they cannot, because it's like me trying to be a tree. I don't know what a tree is like, or a cow. I can't be a cow. I'm a human being. So no, they can't. They can possibly sympathize and possibly empathize with male situations, but in my world philosophy, no, I do not sincerely believe. They can be aware of the knowledge. They can be sympathetic and stuff, but I don't think they can really do that. They can be aware, but not solid in the bones, in the blood.
Same here. Okay. So I've been seeing more and more of women infiltrating the manosphere, the red pill, wherever it is. Yes. They claim that they're for men, they're for this and for that. In my opinion, and I don't give a fuck what nobody else has to say about this one, the worst chameleon of them all is Roma Army. Yeah. She is the worst of them all.
Oh yeah, she's fucking awful.
Right, and there's other women following her footsteps right now, because I saw this channel yesterday, and I'll probably post it tomorrow, where she claims that she's red pill, but when I saw her live stream, she was showing literally nothing but titties.
Dude, she has an OnlyFans.
Oh, really?
And I'm not talking about Roma Army. I'm talking about different woman.
Okay.
I saw the video, and she's on the come up right now, and I definitely plan on calling her out this week. It's going to happen. She was speaking 98, 97% fucking bullshit, and the rest was just regurgitated red pill knowledge that we all speak about. In the end, she was just showing nothing but cleavage.
But
but in the end, she was acting like, here's the kicker. Not only that this one woman, and once again, best believe the Warband will call her out. It's not Roma. It's a different woman. Not only that, she was just showing nothing but titties in her live stream. She was saying the exact opposite of what a red pill person would have said. She said that she would not settle, she would not lower her standards, she would not get kids, etc. And in her title, she was talking about, "Oh, please donate to me, please. I need sugar daddy, blah blah blah." And she hashtag red pill. She hashtag red pill in her video.
So,
sorry.
I hate to talk dirty, but these fucking bitches don't know what the fuck red pill is. They have no idea.
You guys think that I'm fucking
They have
around,
no idea
Chad?
what.
I got the evidence. I got the evidence. Go ahead, Angler.
And they have no idea what MGTOW is. And I talked about this today in one of my videos, where the MGTOW, the manosphere, we care about our families. We care about where people are. We create our friendships and our groups, within this place. And, it's about friendship. It's about helping each other. It's about logic. It's about, stuff like that. And you get these fucking women and they're all about, hatred and anger.
Yes.
That's
And
where
give
they're
you money.
Well,
Yeah.
unless these women advocate abolishing the family court or taking women's rights votes away, I'm
Never
not
did
so
for
secure.
70 years. 70 freaking years. No.
Fucking show me one that's going to
Hey,
advocate for
hold
that.
on, hold on.
Yeah, I'd
The
love to see
Lost
that.
Key. I'll definitely show you tomorrow. I definitely will post that thing that pissed me off yesterday, because the audacity that she put a hashtag red pill and all that stuff, but at the same time, she's like, "Oh, I need sugar daddy. I need this. I need that. Please donate to me." That was literally her fucking title.
My
That was her
goodness.
title.
Yeah.
I'm not fucking
Beautiful.
around. And I guarantee you, Undead Chronic will be speaking about that in the future.
Oh, yeah.
Because
So she's
holy
acting.
fuck. What's up?
So she's acting better than Amber Heard, even. Acting better than Amber Heard. Come on.
I wouldn't,
Yeah.
I wouldn't even say that she's acting. It's the fact that out of all the, I'm red pill this, I'm red pill that, women can be red, and then she turn around and says, "Yeah, I'm not settling down for an average man. I'm not having kids. I'm not doing this and doing that." So clearly she's a fucking feminist, but she's great
These
enough.
fucking bitches know what they're doing.
Exactly. And best believe, tomorrow I will definitely show you who she is.
Desperate motherfuckers.
Desperate, especially with the inflation going on. I'm seeing way more female content creators claiming that, "Oh man, it's fair. Oh, red pill. Oh, this or that."
Yeah.
Shut your bitch ass up.
They are coming. They are coming.
Change the law.
Lord of the Rings.
Change the law.
Remember when they say that men ain't shit, men are obsolete, go to war and die, that's all you're good for?
Yeah.
And now
Yeah.
they're all up in our spaces?
Yeah.
They think that we don't have a long memory. That's the craziest part.
Very long. Very long.
And that is their L.
Well, I think the thing is, they don't have a long memory. They don't even fucking remember doing all their stupid bullshit.
Well,
And
I
they'll
think they
play
do.
that off too as an excuse. When did I say that? I didn't say that.
No,
Yeah, the fuck you
I think they do
you
have a
posted
good
on
memory.
TikTok.
Okay, if you think women don't have a good memory, ask them about that one thing you did 10 years ago that pissed them off.
Yeah.
Oh,
they
10
have
years
good
ago
memory,
on
I told you.
February 10th, 1984 at
Yeah,
8:26 p.m.
How great.
That's
how
a
on
good
earth
point,
can
Greg.
you do this?
Yeah.
How can you multitask, Greg? I've seen you do it before. It's just incredible. My mind is boggling.
Now that's why I'm doing fishing, because it's not quite as thought intensive as the other activities here.
Yeah, fishing in the
Hey,
game.
great. I'm an angler. Let's go fishing.
Now, Angler, sorry to interrupt anyone, but Angler, now you are a procrastinator, I have to call you up on that. I've told you many times. You go and look at those things that a couple of things I've sent you, but you still don't do it.
Right.
So, all right, you got to do it.
Right.
Hey, good
I
stuff.
will not dispute that.
Good stuff. And you know, I'm just saying, as a brother, I'm just saying. That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm talking about.
I do.
Hey, before I start shutting down.
Oh,
everybody in the
come
chat.
on, Meat.
No,
I
I'm
think
gonna
he's
do
kind
another
of
stream
drunk.
tomorrow. I'm gonna do a stream tomorrow.
Yeah.
Andrew,
When it
I'm
comes-
buzzed. You will know if I'm drunk.
You're drunk,
you got
Jake.
tipsy.
Oh, you know, you know, Andrew, if I'm drunk. Everybody in the chat right now, because you know you guys are my boys. You guys are Abe or girl. I know one or two of you guys. Do you guys want to see a gaming live stream? Put
Yep.
a 1 if yes. Put a 2 no. I repeat.
Yep.
Do you want to see a gaming live stream? 1 yes, 2 no.
Yeet, you're damn near 6,000 subs now, aren't you?
Near 6,500, I think it is.
Fucking A, bro.
I'm trying to get to 10,000 already.
Well, yeah. But yeah, I mean, that's fucking awesome. I mean,
Dragon Slayer, I am very coherent right now. If I can't understand what I'm reading, that's when I'm drunk as fuck. If I can't understand what you're, if I can't understand what you're reading or saying, then I went too far.
well, apparently we got somebody who's coherent. So,
Because I'm still here. I've been drinking for the last 4 hours, 3 hours.
You got
I'm still doing my thing,
332.
and I could have went a lot worse. You guys haven't seen that side of Sir Yeetus. You guys never have and never will. Well, wait. It depends on Ribby's 100K special.
What?
Ribby's the drinker, though. He's the big drinker.
Yeah,
Just like
he needs a
some
new
of us.
liver.
I can drink more than him.
Andrew.
When have you ever seen Ribby drunk on stream?
well,
Yeah,
I don't see
drunk.
Ribby interacting a whole lot.
That's what I'm
just
saying.
my own personal.
On Saturday, it's going to be
observation.
on Saturday it's going to be a drunk stream. So we'll
All right.
see who lasts. We'll see.
Okay.
We'll see.
We'll
I
see.
get a feeling. I get a feeling your liver's gonna scream. Yeah.
Angler, once again, who's been in the military for 6 years? Not Ribby.
You.
You serve for your country.
And you
bro.
know
Yeah,
how
you
the
serve for
military
your
culture is when it comes to drinking,
Yeah.
right?
I don't because I've never been.
I've calmed down. I'm a little bit. If I went back to military right now, I'll get my ass beat because I can't even handle my alcohol like I used to.
Why?
Like I'm dead ass. But in all seriousness, Saturday is gonna be fucking awesome. It's gonna be hilarious. I'm proud of my boy Ribby. I really am. I'm surprised Susan didn't fucking eat him yet. I'm really surprised.
Oh,
Well,
I think
I'm
it's because
proud of
he's
you,
having
Yeet.
Susan as a side dish. So.
No, it's a big deal. This is the first time in Warband ever somebody reach 100K.
Well, I imagine if Chronic didn't get yeeted so many goddamn times, he'd probably be
13, 14?
Who knows where he would be?
Hammer
I'll
8.
be at 200 or 250,000 subscribers.
Yep. But I'm interested in what you guys do.
Angler?
I like your channel. Yes, sir.
Sorry, no, I'm not listening, bro. I'm just me.
Well, how do you guys liking my shorts so far? Because I know I've been promising you guys 100 times before, and I finally got to it.
It's
Awesome.
okay, I guess. I mean, I'm not exactly a big fan of them, but okay.
You're not a big fan of my shorts?
Oh,
not exactly.
Fuck those pansy asses.
Well, at least you're
I'm
honest.
sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not really.
No, say you're honest about it. I don't expect everybody to like my shorts.
Oh no, love your
Especially
short.
when you like try to comment at the end of a short, and it's like, Okay.
Well, me,
no.
I make some great
What do you
comments.
pick it apart?
So
Well,
are you
wanna
wearing
make a
shorts at
whole
the
10
moment?
minute? Do you want me to make a whole 10-minute video about a
Well-
20-second TikTok video?
I'm just saying you're not very good at commentating. That's all.
What are
Your
you talking
voice-
about?
It's just that the way that you talk doesn't really fit, commentating stuff. I mean,
Well,
Yeah.
I'm not funny as Ribby, and I don't roast like fucking.
no,
Chronic.
it's just that the way that you talk is it's nice. But it's not like
Well,
I understand
the
very well.
of a reporter.
Hey,
I don't see what the
fuck it, it
problem
works.
is.
Hey, it works. It got me the subs that I have right now. Okay, that's all that matters. I'm gonna go
Well, not
and
enough, that's for sure.
cry in the fucking shower now.
Sorry, I didn't
Nah,
mean to. Okay,
this dude's on his Haterade right now. What the fuck?
I'm sorry.
Nah, fuck
just
that.
being
Nah,
honest.
nope. I'm leaving the Warband now. Fuck you.
Yeet. Andrew's upset that one time you yeeted him because of the
No, I'm not.
The
Don't worry.
rooster.
Andrew, I can't stand your fucking roosters. I'm sorry. I just fucking can't.
It's just sometimes you
His-
need to sing. That's all.
His rooster
You
took
know
offense.
how-
He told him to step up stage. and
You
do
know how
something.
you scratch your nails on the chalkboard? That's how I feel about your roosters. I just can't. I can't. It's just every time I got a good point, cock-a-doodle-doo. I'm like, what the fuck?
I think probably because he doesn't agree with your points.
Yeah.
Listen. As long as they're able to give you some healthy eggs, right? Hey, do they lay some good eggs?
Well, by the way, rooster also lay eggs. In case you don't know.
I did
Yeah,
not
they
know
do.
until now.
Nah,
Well,
I
don't
have
know.
a hard
I don't
time
know about
believing
that.
that.
I don't
Very
know.
rarely they
chickens
do
do
lay
that.
eggs.
That,
But
that's
they
hard
laid
to
it.
believe.
You
No,
guys,
they
you know
do.
what? I would like to hear from Gray.
Gray's
What?
No,
Oh,
Gray
dude.
is
I just
busy
heard a
being a
motherfucking
fucking
rooster.
pirate.
observed
Gray
his
is
game.
good. Gray is good. He's trying to fucking loot off of people and shit. Cause you're the next
There it is again.
Captain Jack Sparrow, right? Being a
His
pirate
kid's on
and
the
shit.
Which one of you sneaky motherfuckers has the goddamn rooster?
Okay. No, seriously, Gray, you creep me out. What is going on your screen? Here.
Right now?
I'll extend you. I will
There it
extend
is
your
again.
screen. Bam! I extended your screen. What's up?
Right now? Well, I'm actually
We were-
just doing.
We're having
the
a stream
fishing
right now.
fact.
Hey, look,
Oh,
Look.
here we go.
everybody
Oh,
look
it's
at
wrong.
Gray being a pirate.
There we go.
Role
Oh,
playing
Lord.
games.
We're into something totally different,
I'm
aren't we?
not-
Yeah. So no, these guys are the Hunter's Call. They're one of the more difficult factions to level up, but they like cooked meat, specifically fish. So I'm
Wait,
out
level
here
up. I thought
farm-
there wasn't any levels.
Well, there's level ups for the factions, but it doesn't actually change your stats.
You got-
Oh, the faction.
You got
Okay.
fishermen in there?
Yeah. So like these
Do
guys.
you also
are-
have
that guy.
roosters?
Hey, I shot a whiskey. I swear to God.
well, there
Come
are,
on, yeah,
there are
fuck
actually
off.
chickens on some of the islands.
Boys,
He's like, yeah.
I'll tell you what, if that rooster don't quit, we're having a winter chicken dinner. We're having some barbecue.
I've never played that. What's that battle royale game? I've never played that chicken, whatever the fuck it's called.
Oh, PUBG. You talking
I've
about
never
PUBG.
played that game. I played Warzone, but I never played that shit. I played Fortnite and Warzone, but I know that game's been around before that. So Underground, was
Role
it?
playing games.
This looks pretty
Was it
good. I'll call my shit.
I hope Cthulhu take you down, Gray.
Actually, well, no, Kraken's not going to show up because that thing's active.
Hey, yo, whose ship is that?
No Kraken. What about Perseus?
Perseus?
What do you know about the lightning thief, bro?
Like,
What you know about that? I know about
Perseus
that. What you know about that?
cut the head off Medusa and showed it to the Kraken and turned him to stone.
Oh, I
Wait,
was
what are you
talking
talking about?
about
That did not happen.
No, I was talking about the
No,
book and
he
the
did.
movie, but okay, that works. We can go back to the original mythology. It's all good.
Well, if we go to original mythology, he did not do that to the question. He got this different. I know.
No, he did rescue Andromeda using the
So
head of
you don't
Medusa
know
on a giant sea
nothing
monster.
about the lightning thief? Nothing?
No, I didn't read Percy Jackson because I wasn't like.
You don't know nothing about Percy Jackson. What
That
the
is
fuck?
not Greek mythology.
That was my childhood, bro. I love Percy Jackson.
I didn't.
That's a made up
I didn't
movie.
grow up.
I read
I didn't grow
all
up reading-
5 books.
Yeah, but
Ray,
I read the real
Are you
shit.
good? Are we fucking you up?
No, this is all good.
Yeah, well, so
I love
was Amber
Percy
Heard on that
Jackson.
Was Amber Heard on that ship?
Hey, the
In the
movie
interest of
sucked
content-
ass. I fucking despise the movie, so I know I watched the
in the-
movie. That black dude was a goat, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that pissed me off. I'm like, yo, y'all need to chill, bro.
Hey, good portrayal. Good portrayal. That's all.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, but
Hey, fight me, bro.
Well, I mean,
I'm down to fight. I love to fight.
wait, wasn't Percy's wife
to be
from?
You love to fight. What you do? UFC? What's up?
Looks like we're
No,
sailing.
but I do jiu-jitsu and judo.
Yeah,
Oh,
in the
very
interest
nice.
of content, I'm heading
Enjoy
towards
that.
the world boss.
Oh,
I don't
nice.
like getting tossed around, but it's fun to learn.
Great.
That's
I
what
did
she
not
said.
catch that over the noise. What'd you say?
In the interest of content, I'm heading towards the world boss right now. So
Nice.
Hey, you're on full screen right now, man. Everybody's watching you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're all
I'm going,
watching
like-
you.
Good luck on
Problem
that.
is,
I
like-
suppose.
so a lot of this game is sailing in between stuff, and I don't see anyone to fight right now. So
Yeah.
I
I'm
hope
heading towards
you.
the.
Hey, I hope you run into Blackbeard.
Well,
Hey,
fellas,
hey,
you know what? In a perfect world, we'd be on this boat, and Gray would be driving it, and we'd just be sailing across the goddamn ocean.
Oh, hey, you know what? I think I want to visit that island real quick. So here's how you visit things quickly in Sea of Thieves.
Yeetus, do a
Oh,
Red
are you
Dead
gonna
Redemption
shoot
2
yourself?
stream.
Red Dead
I
Redemption.
honestly do have a Red Dead Redemption.
Wait, Gray, what about
wait,
your
wait,
boat?
wait,
Ray, your
wait.
boat's still
wait.
sailing.
Yeah, I know.
What the fuck?
shoot
Your
him.
boat,
All right,
Ray,
great,
wait,
great.
your
Boom,
boat.
boom.
No.
Don't shoot that. You blow up.
Oh,
You blow
shit.
up.
Are you?
People are
Wait,
getting
why are you
shot.
cheating, bro? Why are you
That-
cheating?
He's using movement hacks.
No, fuck that. He's a cheater. What the fuck was that?
Shot myself out of the cannon to get to the island.
Exploiting the
Okay,
bugs.
okay, I'm talking shit because I can't do it myself. All right, fuck off.
Oh, shit. You're a zombie.
my God.
No.
Oh, you just
But-
killed Yeetus. What the
You
hell?
just killed
bro?
Yeetus.
Hey,
You just killed
I'm not
Yeetus.
that easily to
Oh,
defeat.
This is- Whoa, hold on, shit. Hold on.
Oh, you run out of bullets. You run out of bullets.
No, there's a dude with a fucking powder.
You can't defeat
Is
that.
that an NPC or another player?
Yo, I
Oh,
think
that's
that's
an
Yeetus.
But Dragon Slayer, I do have Red Dead Redemption 2. It's just that my
Oh.
computer is a fucking asshole. I need to see if I can change the fan or somehow
Come on,
maybe
Gray.
the coolant to my computer because it overheats pretty easily.
Listen, if you're gonna do
You
That's
just
that
picked
Red
up
Dead
Yeetus'
stream,
skull.
So that means Gray is winning.
through
No,
cheating,
he's not.
I guess.
No, it's not. He's killing cobras, shooting them in the back of their heads. How's that winning?
I mean, a win is a win, I guess.
A win's a win.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
How is
shit.
Just look up warfare.
Why won't you shoot that
You will
person in the
use
face, huh?
every tactic that there is in order to win.
I think he's waiting on you, Yeet.
Waiting on me. No, we had a quick adventure,
Oh,
right, Greg?
Oh, hold on. Oh, yeah. Oh, hold on. I think we actually might have some
Oh.
fun coming up.
Okay.
You have an enemy? Oh.
I think we got a player.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
Skeleton
You
ship.
got
Okay,
an
this
enemy
is good.
ship.
You
Skeleton
think you
ship,
can
this is
take
good
that, bro?
content.
His build. Oh. I don't
Kill
know.
him, take his gold, and enjoy their women.
Well, I'm gonna leave because I have to buy some food before.
Then you carry on.
Sure,
Yeah.
this comes.
It's all good,
Yeah.
man. What do you plan on getting?
I know that shortage is gonna come, so I was like, hey, let me just buy food I know I'm gonna need. I'm gonna buy honey and so on, all that shit. So like when people start to starve in England, I'm gonna have all this stuff. So yeah.
Hey, so what do
Try
you
to
call
grow some
fries
vegetable.
in Europe? chips.
Chips.
A big old pork sausage.
That's not what fries me.
Try to grow some vegetable if you can. That would be useful.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
get that
have some
pot.
chips.
Yeah.
What
having
one that
chips.
pops in your mouth? You know, when you bite into it, just goes pop.
What are you eating?
Condor, I am
Pumpkin
not
seeds? I
playing.
don't
Pork sausage.
Oh,
Gray is playing. Gray, he's playing right now.
Or a hot dog. Or
There's a skeleton sloop up this way, so in the interest of content, I'm going to take it out.
I'm having chips or fries, ground beef, and a shit
chicken.
ton of hot sauce.
No
the
chicken.
chips. Eat.
I'm not
Yeah.
having chicken beef. That shit's fucking weird to eat together.
I mean, not that weird. I mean, just
Well, unless I have a barbecue, then yeah, I'll eat both. But besides that, no, I'm not having both at the same time. Fuck that. Yeah, I know. I'm using my U.S. privilege in the West to be picky. All right, leave me alone.
well, you ain't gonna be picky when you're starving. That's for sure.
You losing
Hey,
that
I don't
fucking
mind
black
hunting
fucking privilege.
squirrels.
You,
I don't mind hunting squirrels. I don't mind
And
hunting
rats.
rabbits. I don't give a fuck.
Oh, there it
If
is.
it means
And eating
if
rats.
it means for me to survive, yeah, I don't give a fuck. If it's survival, I will listen. When you're hungry, everything tastes good.
Yeah,
Actually,
just don't eat your
Oh
children.
yeah.
I'm thinking about like, you know, my handle is an angler, so I love to fish. So
Oh
you
yeah.
know, I eat a
Angler's
lot
gonna
of
be
fish.
fine. Yeah, he's gonna be
And
good.
I used to hunt, you know, but I'm not in the shape where I can drag a deer out of the woods. So I want to start doing, you know, some small game stuff like squirrels and rabbits and stuff like that. So
I'm still young
Try
enough to
hunting
drag a
humans.
deer, even though
Oh, Lord.
It takes forever. It takes forever for
maybe
me to even move a deer.
And like Angler
Well-
said, fishing's a great option, really. And you know, not a lot of people know how to fish, so you know that could be like an untapped niche. You know, you could
It's-
be like the
yeah,
what the Spinosaurus is to the T-Rex. You know, meanwhile everyone's trying to get that thick protein. You're chilling fishing and stuff.
Well, it's
No one's
like
trying
you can take a horse to the river, but you can't make it drink.
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
a lot
funny,
of people they don't want to make the effort to try to learn how to live off the land. And now
Mhm.
when shit's possibly hitting World War III, I'm not going to
Oh,
have
yeah.
no sympathy for those motherfuckers.
So,
if any of y'all ever decide to go out and fish, the best tasting fish are your bluegill, your crappie, the sunfish. They have like a sweet taste to them.
Oh
So-
yeah,
What about
white. They got that
cod
white
or-
meat. hmm
What about cod?
Huh?
Cod's good. Yeah, cod's
Is
good.
cod good?
Cod?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's not in my area, bro.
well,
Oh,
Yeah, that's
Is
okay.
alligator
like
good?
seaside.
Like, geez, the one freaking time I want to fight a skelly soup, and for some reason they all
'Cause
run
I
away.
I did it once. I spearfish. Only once.
Oh, no, there he is.
Where do you live?
Somewhere in the Midwest.
Oh nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
have you ever
Good
tasted
point.
alligator before? I'm just curious.
Oh yeah.
No,
Oh,
but I want
I
to.
have
Alligator.
Alligator?
family. Yeah, I have family in Mississippi, Alabama, and Louisiana. They cook the fuck out of alligator. Oh yeah,
Oh,
a rat.
I watch
not rattlesnake, but
swamp people
snake.
a lot. So yeah.
swamp people. Yeah.
I don't
Sure.
like. I don't like
They
going
also-
down there. I really don't. Mosquitoes
Yeah, they
fucking
have-
hate me.
They have
Oh,
incest problem down there as
Jesus.
well.
Yeah, hate it.
Now, don't get me wrong. I go outside to have a good time, but it's just like every time I go outside, I get bit like at least.
Yeah,
Bring
hate
a
it.
kid with you. It will help a lot.
Excuse
I mean,
me.
children blood are very sweet, so you should bring a kid with you, so the mosquito will target him only.
Oh damn, damn, Andrew.
Why not?
What? I'm just being
Yeah.
realistic.
I heard that-
That's all.
Yeah, when you drink some liquor, I heard that they go after you more than anybody else when you drink some beer or some liquor.
Well, anybody listening, if we ever meet up, we're going bluegill fishing, and we're gonna come home, and we're gonna fry some fish. Good
Hey,
stuff.
I love
I,
some fried fish.
hey, I love the South, man. I love the South for some reason because I was young as hell. I was young as hell at the time. In the span of one day, I had to go to 3 different places to eat. 3. Like,
Why?
No, not
because
food.
you know the trailer park areas, like family live close, so.
Oh, you talking about like
my
a
family-
Thanksgiving dinner or a holiday where you gotta go to like several cousins' family, like
No,
several cousins'
it's
houses?
like a weekend
Oh, okay.
in the South. It's literally like a week. Like once my relatives are done cooking, we go down to the other relatives cooking. Then we go to the
Oh,
friends of
yeah.
the relatives cooking. I'm like, I can't eat anymore. I'm trying to watch them. Do you know how many times I watched Lion King in Mississippi? Man,
Did you eat hush puppies?
yeah. Ooh. And they try to make me eat some black eyed peas and shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, this shit's fucking gross, man. I don't eat this shit. But they had some good cornbread.
Oh, yeah.
Cornbread.
Oh man, if you come across some good
cornbread,
cornbread, holy shit! My
that's
best friend's
South
cousin made
American
some.
cuisine.
Yeah.
Southern cuisine.
Okay, I seriously
would
think
have
the
to
skeleton
say-
ship wrecked itself.
I would have to say Lion King is
Oh,
literally it's my all-time favorite Disney movie.
Yeah, I don't like it very much.
The original Lion King. I'm how do I say? I know like a good amount of you guys are older than me, but the majority of you guys are not older than me. Lion King was the shit growing up. Toy Story, All Dogs Go to Heaven, all that
I love
shit.
Toy Story.
I'm telling you, man.
All dogs go to heaven. Holy shit!
Yeah, I'm telling you, man.
that's
I'm
a
that.
oldie,
I'm
bro.
that. I'm that age, bro. I'm that age.
You're old.
Wow.
6 years.
He ain't old.
6 years of service.
I bet he's late 20s, early 30s. I'm in my mid
52
40s.
years old.
Shit. How the fuck did you know?
Holy crap.
Yeet's not old. Yeet is,
No,
is
but
doing
I
real
feel old
service.
because in the military.
6 years.
I feel old.
You sound young, buddy.
I
We all
sound
got
young,
each other's back.
but I've been through a lot of shit. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I am young, but
Shocking.
my body does not feel young at all.
Well,
hell no.
Regardless of the amount of shit, you're here for a reason, and it's very fucking appreciated.
Very, very true. Very true.
I'm surprised I made it this far. I'm gonna keep it real.
Oh,
I'm really
keep
surprised I
going.
made it this
Keep going. You got it.
Keep going.
You got it.
We keep going until our last day, and our last day does not belong to us; it belongs to whatever it is. If you know, whatever. But we keep going. That's what we do.
Carry
That's
on.
why we-
Exactly.
Yes, exactly.
Like what my father told me, it is what it is. You can't stop the inevitable. You just can't stop it. If it happens, that's it. You know.
Yep.
Wait,
and then
Gray, you
if
good?
Gray's looking for him
bro.
to hear. Gray's
Got a
looking
hole
for
in
his
his mouth.
pillow.
Yeah,
I
Because
think the
yeah, Gray, you're
yeah, the
you're freezing up.
You're taking on
skeleton
water,
ship
bro.
that I was chasing down wrecked itself on the rocks. So I started looting its stuff, and the storm's kind of. Oh, there we are, company.
shoot.
Okay, never mind, guys. Content's back
Oh,
on.
oh, you might have to fight.
Now we get. Yeah, now we get mid storm too. I think there's something else out there
So-
as well.
Hey,
it's like
which one do you?
You know what?
Which one do you got? Oh, what's up? What's up?
You and Gray talking together kind of reminds me of what Chronic and Hammer do together. Like, you guys are a really good pair.
yeah.
Man,
Well-
me and Gray, we butt heads often.
Not
We do.
well.
You still love each
I-
other, though, don't you? It's full homo love, but I'm just kidding. But no, you still love each other. I'm just saying. Yeah.
I would consider Sir Yeetus and Rishi to be a better couple. That's just my opinion.
I know, but
Yeah,
Rishi
Rishi just
never,
being
like-
silent. Rishi just being silent while Sir Yeetus going down to his butthole. I mean, it's beautiful.